I'm shocked that it's in black and white. Like black and white is throwing me off. I am a black and white aesthetic, but at the same time, I know it's not a woman, but it is Walter, and I think Walter does have Manny's heart a little bit more than selling the sex.
How dare you?
And now as I'm doing this, I didn't realize how in shape Bartel was until I saw his photo. Dude looks cut over there with his abs.
Wait, what you gotta also appreciate about Bartel is the amount of judgment that he has. It is like you ain't choking him out right. But
Marcus, do you not notice that Bartel and Dragunov slightly look alike in the face?
They do. Hey Marcus, don't disrespect. Fabian Archer's in shape too, though. He's in good shape.
It's Eichner.
Agner, don't matter. He the weak link of the team.
It does. You would like it if we start calling you Eric Smythe.
I'll be okay with that. Everybody knows who I am.
All right, Smythe. I don't understand how Walter's the leader of this group and in the worst shape. He's just
when you watch NXT this week, you knew who the real champion was. Because Karrion Kross did not hold himself like a champion. And they were pretty much dressed the same this week.
Marcus,
I want to quote Malcolm Bivens earlier. These are two heavyweights going at it right here.
Marcus.
He's not been in there with him. He's a heavyweight.
Marcus, I'm going to let you know right now. Dad bods are some of the most dangerous bods in the whole wide world, man. They whoop your ass real quick.
I've seen Dodger Stadium. I'm aware. Have you guys noticed Indy Hartwell is inspired by the wrestler Zeus? I feel like that's her entire attire, and that's only because of the silver wristbands. I took away from this.
What I enjoy about this whole thing is that it's the subplot story of the Garganos trying to raise Indy the right way, but you got that nosy ass aunt Beth Phoenix telling Indy what to do. Like
Beth Phoenix is the worst friend ever. Dexter. They have been together a week. They had their first day 1 week ago, and Beth is already like, "Yeah, buy the ring, gal.
Hey,
if you like, put a ring on it."
As Indy told Johnny, he had pie also, so she know what she like.
Ric Flair on the train.
Ric Flair on the train.
Maybe that was Loomis.
I thought the show was over already.
Oh, I thought we were doing the intro.
Yeah.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Welcome everyone to another edition of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes. I can't point up because my name's not there. I'm joined by
Marcus, the grand finale, who we are also joined by
the sixth labor of Jericho, Eric. The sixth.
What's he got to lose? Live your baby?
No, I'm the weight that he will never lose.
Nice. Well done.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
I've been sitting on that one for 30 minutes, man. I've been sitting on that one for 30 minutes.
Damn it! I thought you used all your A material at the pre-show meeting.
Nope.
Yeah, he was. He was testing his material. And but Eric, I watched your show on Saturday. You said I was going to change your thumbnail. I did.
I know you would. Manny, it is not a Saturday show until Manny changes the thumbnail. It's simple as that. I know what's going to happen.
But come on, I don't even remember your thumbnail, but everybody on tables.
It was Christian Cage, Marcus. It was Marcus, Christian Cage doing this. Ain't nobody going to care about Christian Cage. I get it.
Look at this theme. Everyone's standing on tables, having a good time, except Bianca. but everyone in the back,
too good of a time.
Everyone in the back, all the grown, dirty old men behind her taking pictures of that seat. Everyone's having a good time.
Let me tell you something right now. Sasha looks like a bad woman, but we all know that when it comes to the big matches, she ain't gonna get it done. Like, does anybody think Sasha has a chance against Bianca
I do.
this Saturday?
I do.
I do.
Really?
You wanna know why? The money ain't with Bianca, and I'm not taking anything from Bianca. But if I'm bringing Becky Lynch back, she needs to fight somebody that's a bitch and that's evil. And the only person I can represent that isn't Charlotte Flair is that damn Sasha Banks.
Fair point, Marcus. Fair point. And also, I think that you get better ratings when the good guy is doing the chase. I would say that usually after the good guy gets the title, it's like, oh, man. So you got to have somebody else evil. But the sad part about Sasha, though, if she does get the title, she will lose it again because that's what she does. I don't think she has made it past 3 title defenses.
I don't know. I don't know what her streak is.
Levi says Sasha's repping Blue Bland, and he ain't talking about SmackDown. Why? What's it all about you and gangs, Levi?
She walking all over him.
He's from Detroit. He now lives in Northern California. Come on, man. That should answer all the questions that you need to know.
Yeah, but I don't need gang violence brought on this show all the time.
But you won't have it because we ain't got no bloods on this show. Ain't no Usos showing up on here, so we all good. We all copacetic.
Hey, Eric. Suwoo.
Oh! Have you changed allegiance, Marcus? Oh, my God.
Whenever I am going down the street and it's safer for me to walk home, I know who I'm aligned with. That's all I'm saying. It's an old line. Somebody I knew was good.
Marcus, be very quick. Hey, Vato! Wait a minute, sir. You a black man. Anyway.
So you guys ready to jump into NXT, or have you got any news stories you want to talk about?
Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks match is happening. Apparently that was in jeopardy at one point.
Yeah, apparently one of them wasn't cleared or something along those lines. But they've been having that match on house shows.
It sounds like somebody's making tea and their kettle's going off of. Only person who drinks tea is Manny. So wait,
you're pointing wrong. You're still doing it wrong.
Pointing at me. How do you just bad at pointing at people?
Shut up. I've never been at the bottom, man, so I don't know.
You started at the bottom and now you're here. Still at the bottom. Oh,
that's really going on in the wrestling world. Unless you're Ric Flair getting his release zone.
Woo!
I mean, I think Levi has a very good question. Are we officially in wrestling wartime? Is it a really? Are we in all cylinders? Is AEW truly a competitor to go to war with WWE?
I guess it needs to get 2 million views to go to war.
That's a fair assessment.
They either go to 2 million views or WWE drop to 1,000,001 views. Or whatever it is. So, we'll see. It's a war of words right now. And I'm sure things are going to escalate tomorrow during Rampage when Cody Rhodes makes his epic return to support the entire Chicago crowd.
And Levi allowed me to be 3 times on the show. I'll be a WWE apologist. They barely get 2 million, but they still get 2 million. So it's still an accomplishment.
I'll take a barely 2 million.
Right, let's kick off with some NXT. So it kicks off with my boy, Malcolm Bivens.
There it is. There it is right there. I knew that was coming. I felt like I knew that was coming. And he brought out the Diamond Mine, Manny. What's left of him? He called
Kushida a fraud.
So you guys lied to me. You guys said the Asian man was released. Clearly, he was not released. He's okay.
I told you
Hold
he
on.
wasn't
Why?
released.
We told you he wasn't released. You were hoping he was released because you were racist.
I didn't know.
You're a racist.
That is
racist.
Oh no! You come on this show, you have to deal with the common throwings around of the term racist.
okay.
Yeah, because you are a racist, sir. Deal with it. I mean, you don't get nobody in wrestling calling somebody a racist. We the one who fill the void in the wrestling community calling people racist. You are a racist. Unless we're talking about Hulk Hogan, then you're actually a racist.
So we end up getting Roderick Strong versus Ilya Dragunov. It was an open challenge match. I thought it was a really good match. Dragunov got busted open. What did you guys think of the match?
Nice
Marcus.
physical, hard-hitting affair. I thought the cruiserweights, I thought Ronda Strong for being a cruiserweight held his own against Dragunov, who is a heavyweight, if not a super heavyweight. And Diamond Mine needs to die. That's what I thought of this match. I thought it's just Roderick Strong. Like, if this was a team built around, I don't know, a Brock Lesnar or some muscle-bound guy or something like that, maybe I could say, all right, you could call them a team, but it's just built around Roderick Strong. It is nothing there. Diamond Mine is dead.
Man, it is clear as day that this is no diamond mine, but a cubic zirconium mine, because there is no profit inside of it. This is just fake dreams, and like, they never had anybody there to make you believe Roderick Strong is a henchman. He will never be a leader. And the fact is that this match was actually a very good, hard-hitting match. I wonder, because was this a tape or was this a live show? Because I felt like it was a tape.
Live.
I think this one was live.
Really?
It was only the last two that were on Sci-Fi that were tape.
Well, so then I want to give whoever the medical staff in WWE credit, because they were able to patch up Ilya's head wound to the point where it didn't show where he talked at the end. But then when he came back out later on with Walter, you could see the bloody spot on this thing. But
well, they wiped it clean.
Yeah,
maybe it started
there.
I mean, the thing is that we knew that Roderick Strong was being sacrificed in this situation. It was no way Roderick was going to win this match. Ilya looked good. It's still like, you know, I think Ilya, when he comes out, no one would pay him any mind. But we all know what he did in that first match against Walter, and so that's why he has his credibility.
So I wrote in these notes when Malcolm Bivens was in the
elevated. I was like, what happened?
When Malcolm Bivens was arguing the fact that Roderick Strong was a cruiserweight, all I could see was a little Kevin Hart mixed with Chris Tucker from Rush Hour. Is the perfect character for Malcolm Bivens.
Yeah. Hey, don't talk to him. Don't you talk to him. You talk to me. You don't ever talk. Rodney, you don't have to answer this shit from this McKenzie.
I just feel like,
oh, man, we doomed. Man,
I'm just I don't understand why they keep putting Malcolm Bivens with situations that are not great for what he is good at doing. Like, first you had Indeshore, then that idiot had to post the results of that match. Now he has a Diamond Mine, which coming into it, we thought Diamond Mine was going to be something special, but clearly whoever they had ideally for the faction, it had to change. This could not have been when they said we're going to create the Diamond Mine, we're going to have Roderick Strong lead a group of people, and Tyler Russ is going to be in that group. It just didn't make sense.
Well, so this leads into the prime target for Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Cool Kyle.
Didn't we get like 3 of these?
Yeah, I felt like this is the first time I'm watching a match I didn't need a prime target for.
Yeah, I checked out of this prime target because I was like, I've seen Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly fight so many times that I don't need to understand what they're fighting for. We know what they're fighting for. Traditional match, street fight, cage match. And we all know what's going to happen. It's going to end up in a cage. That's the worst part about these damn 3 stages of hell or 2 out of 3 match. It rarely ends after 2 stages.
Yeah, this is my thing about 2 out of 3 falls. I dislike them because you always get in that 3rd fall. No matter what, you are always getting that 3rd fall, except for one time, I believe. One time in a Triple H match, I think. I think there was a one time in a Triple H match. You rarely get it.
But here's my thing about this prime target. I would have rather gotten the prime target with Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, but I also wanted their interview as well.
I preferred their interview. Their interview because
it was amazing.
Dakota Kai looked like she was dressed up for multiple things. I was like, what is she doing? Where is she going?
She looked like she still had Raquel Gonzalez's jacket. That was Raquel's jacket she had on her shoulders. And she can't fit herself in that big ass jacket. She's had it on her shoulders like she could fit. That was Raquel's jacket and she was taunting her with it the whole time. And my favorite line is from Dakota Kai going, I taught you everything you know, but I haven't taught you everything I know. And I feel like none of that applies to this storyline.
It's just
like Dakota was completely delusional.
Are we jumping to this part right now?
I know
it was early. There wasn't that much to talk about on that bit. It was just I enjoyed it. I was like, I'm the person that made you. I made you as somebody, and I was like, damn, you speak your truth, Dakota.
And the thing is, though, like Raquel, because I was like, I knew you was gonna turn on me. You turned on everybody you've been with, and I'm like, Then why are you kicking it with her? You didn't see it coming. This is a person who clearly did not see it coming, but now trying to save face. The writing was on the wall. It's like what
She knew it was coming.
It's like Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. Like, if you fuck around with Randy Orton, he's gonna eventually RKO you, just like Dakota Kai. If you're kicking it with Dakota Kai will turn on you. But in actuality, it's Raquel Gonzalez's fault. If she would have never gave that match,
I didn't know you had to.
if he would never gave that match to Xia Li, Dakota Kai would have been perfectly fine.
Well, she could simply ask.
Before we move on, shout out to Jen. Shout out to Jen sitting a bar in Miami sipping on a mojito.
Nice.
She's not in Miami. Oh, wait. Did her flight go to Miami before it goes to Vegas?
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh.
Nice.
Interesting.
You go down and you go like that. I don't know. But, what was I going to say about Raquel and them in this conversation before I see somebody drinking a mojito?
We're lucky we don't have the picture of Eric drinking mojitos.
Oh, no. Mimosas.
Oh, yeah, it was mimosas. That picture.
My Eric impersonation.
Hey, man, I got twisted off of wine this Tuesday, so was it Monday? Yeah, I got the wine pairing with my meal, man. It was delicious.
Terrific.
And I might get Jericho Friday. Who knows? We are going to Amalfi.
In the defense of Raquel Gonzalez, Dakota Kai, Raquel didn't see the turn coming, and she saw it coming a long way, but she didn't think it happened that day. Maybe next week.
Hey, Marcus, I'm Team Kick. I'm with Dakota Kai. When you start giving Xia Li matches before you give your best friend, and I know you said she could have asked for it, but Marcus, sometimes you want to be recognized for what you bring to the table. And the fact that Raquel Gonzalez did not recognize what Dakota Kai brought to the table.
So let's say if Manny became the UK champion or whatever the championship, I don't know what Manny wants. Let's give him the Intercontinental title. Let's say Manny became Intercontinental champion. We rolling with him, and he never offered us a tag title. Do we just attack him?
Marcus,
a title shot of me.
Let me give you a better.
Or do I go to diplomatic pose and say, Manny, I know we're friends, we're partners on the show and all, but let's fight for the title.
As we discussed numerous times, we're likely to turn on each other at any moment.
Yes, Marcus. I'll let you know right now. I'll give you a better example, Marcus. Let's say Manny got a UK podcasting award for being one of the best and influential podcasters of the world. And when he took the award...
Pause. That is Ross Bell. That will never be me.
No, but for the sake of the story, let's say Manny got this award and he does not acknowledge Marcus about this. Marcus will be so bitter that he'd be like, Eric, Manny can't be on the Saturday show no more. I don't even think I'm doing the Untitled Manny and Marcus show no more because you know what? How dare he not acknowledge me?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Marcus is that petty.
Wait a minute. I am calling a slander in what I would do in my pettiness because you do not know the level of my pettiness right there. My level of pettiness would be this. Eric, I'm going to the UK to visit Manny and we can do a live show.
You can steal my award.
Yeah, and not only that, I'm going to go low blow in the middle of the screen and then get my happy ass back to America.
He would.
That's the level of petty I am.
This is the same man who tried
champion of the world.
He tried to trump me when we were playing Madden as a young child, and he kept losing. And so he was like, "I'm going to take my half of the system." And so I was like, "Take the system." I took the plug, and so he had nothing. So I had a plug, and he had the system. And he was so upset.
This is before the day.
Levi said Raquel is the Draymond Green of NXT.
Manny, I think you should go with that next comment because that might drive Marcus crazy because I think it's true.
Is Marcus the Kevin Durant of the Marcus and Manny show?
Well, I would leave for a better show?
Yes, he would.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
In a second.
I left the sharpshooters for the Manny and Marcus show.
Exactly.
Oh, no, I am representing the sharpshooters. StoreFrontier.com, baby.
What's next? You gonna join Mike on the coming down the aisle?
I can join Mike. I can join Ross on Ring the Bell.
Jamal on the mid-card mess.
I can go anywhere, baby. I can go anywhere. care.
But you know,
I'm a free agent.
But Manny,
In the
you notice
offseason.
one thing that
I
he
have
would
an
never do?
option.
You notice one thing he would never do? He would never create his own because he can't be solo. He needs to have somebody else to piggyback off of. You are the Dakota Kai of the podcast, Marcus.
Fuck you. Raquel. You Raquel Gonzalez in the podcast. No, you the Mercedes Martinez in the podcast.
Nope, you're giving Raquel Gonzalez, Marcus. I'm Raquel Gonzalez,
you're
damn
old
it.
and you're gonna get fired.
So let's get back on track.
We're too old to be OKC, Levi. We're too old to be OKC. We're like the
We could be
Lakers.
Brooklyn. No, we're the Brooklyn Nets. You don't know if we're gonna make it or not.
I'm so glad Santos interrupted Swerve because that man is the worst on the mic of all of them.
Come on, he wasn't that bad those 2 seconds.
He was.
Said 2 words.
He was.
He said 2 words.
He was.
He said 2 words.
It was 2 words too many, Marcus. 2 words too many.
Exactly.
Okay, was he the worst person in this talking when they came out? Yes, he was. But it was only for 2 minutes. I'm not going to take it away from the man.
And then he went out to go get his grill. The idiot himself should have just bought a fucking new one because he's a fucking idiot.
He's a fuck boy. That's fucking ridiculous. Like you if the dude ripped a fucking grill out of your mouth, there is no way he's gonna fight fair with you in the alley. There is no way that Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Phoenix will not be there to jump him. Swerve got everything that he deserves. And ironically, if Santos was a smart man, he needs to hire some size. He needs to call me because someone needs to fight Top Dollar. Because as soon as Top Dollar came out there,
You
that's
get
when
the work for Top Dollar.
No, wait.
You get the work.
The last time a pipe was involved in professional wrestling, Eric, you had a problem with it. And it was when...
I'm just talking about Mario Tedeschi.
When Luke Gallows got hit in it, Luke Gallows got hit on the head with a pipe on Dynamite. B-Fab has turned up with a pipe to save her boys.
I thought that was a baseball bat.
No, it was a pipe. It was a lead pipe.
Okay.
Lead pipe.
Have you now lost respect for
B-Fab?
Top Dollar and Swerve because she came out to save these 2 chumps?
You know what?
Wait a minute. She didn't save Top Dollar was wrecking shit. She came after Top Dollar was wrecking shit.
No, Top Dollar was wrecked against the...
Because Marcus...
Gate.
with Top-
Yeah.
No, Marcus, you have to understand.
Joaquin, right?
No, Marcus, let me tell you. The course of... So Swerve went out there like an idiot. So the first person that arrived to the scene...
Can we backtrack to Swerve going back out like an idiot for us? No, go ahead.
So Top Dollar came out to the rescue. Joaquin Wild and Raul Mendoza knew what they needed to do. So they double teamed on Top Dollar, got him against the garage. No one cared about Ashanti Adonis. No one cared. Because what he gonna do? Luckily, if B-Fab did not come out there with that pipe, that now I thought it was a baseball bat, they would have lost the battle and my team would have won. B-Fab was the MVP.
And
So
Marcus,
what you're going to, they needed Catalina Garcia out there.
Yes.
So balance the numbers.
And Marcus,
That's
yes,
what they needed.
this segment did get a strike because Ashanti was dressed the same as B-Fab.
He was.
He was wearing her top.
To
Okay?
the point where I think
was
Santos
right.
was so confused that he was going to strike down B-Fab because he thot that was Adonis. And he was I can't hit this woman.
I don't think Santos cared either way.
Santos didn't care. This is the second time he stood up to B-Fab.
Yeah.
He squared up two times in 2 weeks now.
So let me
I
ask the
think we're
question.
At the point where he's going to hit her. Like Tully Blanchard and his jacket on Aubrey, I think we're going to get to him.
No, I was going to say, because, MJF threatened to hit Aubrey this week also. So who's more likely to hit that woman,
Tully did
MJF
it.
or Santos?
Tully did it. He hit her with his jacket.
Tully would do it. Tully will do it. Tully will power drive a woman.
Yeah.
Not a woman, but a bitch.
Worse, if things get worse, he get his racist ass daughter to get her.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
with that being said, you don't ask for that grill back. One, I would have shoved that grill up my ass. I would have put it in someone else's. I would have gave. What he gonna put it back in his mouth? That shit would have been anywhere. Like, why would you go back and get that? Like, I don't understand Swerve logic. I'm gonna get my grill back. And then he just walked outside. I understand him going out alone. He realized I'm just stepping outside. It's not too far to get to the exit for his team to get to him. But I don't understand going, I'm gonna get it back right now.
Go ahead,
Your
Eric.
hand is raised.
Manny, I know this is your co-host, but this is also my brother. I have a question, Marcus. Why, if you stole somebody's grill, is the first place you go do is stick that grill up your ass?
You wipe your ass with it.
You
treat it like
Marcus,
shit.
Marcus, you can take a shit into the toilet and put it in there. You don't have to stick the grill up your ass unless you like sticking shit up your ass.
Eric, the shit, you come on this show and you've brought the show down to gutter level. Why?
He the one who said he's gonna put the grill up his ass. I'm just trying to get clarification.
You talking about not only shit in a bowl, you talking about you're gonna go to the bowl and filter through your own shit just to pull out the grill. No, I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna wipe my ass with his girl and then I'll give it back to him.
So you gonna cut your own booty hole?
He gonna have to, and then he gonna have to tell me how my ass tastes.
No, you know what?
I learned it from Shaq and Kobe.
I'm not gonna touch that.
We're moving on. Cameron Grimes versus Josh Briggs. LA Knight tells Briggs he's going to give him $10K to beat out Cameron Grimes.
20K.
Ted tells it exactly. Jen says TMI. Both of you. Both of you get demerits.
Hey, get Levi comment. He's right. We're living in COVID. I don't think COVID doesn't stop it either. But you know.
I mean, even before COVID, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not taking the dude's grill out his mouth either. I'm not
doing that route either. Yeah.
Eric, you've been muted. Eric, you've been muted. So have you, Marcus. You've been muted. So, if Grimes wins, LA Knight has to cough up $20K to Ted. Cameron Grimes wins, and LA Knight sucker punches both Ted and Grimes. So how did you feel about this moment? Yes, you're done muted.
I felt like Cameron Grimes, LA Knight made a bad bet. I don't even know why he was gambling on some random dude he met in the gym. That's what it came off to me. I met some random fat ass dude I met at the gym is gonna beat your boy. And then you're like, Cameron Grimes, the former North American champion.
You know, Marcus, I disagree with you in this situation because I felt
knees.
Mark LA Knight was a great businessman because yes, he offered to pay Josh Briggs $10,000, but it was on the contingency $5 when you come out, $5,000 and $5,000 when you beat him. So he only lost $5,000 in his process. So he still had that extra 10, the extra 5.
He lost a lot of 10. He bet 10 he wasn't gonna win.
Oh yeah, he did bet 10-20. That was his fault on that one. But he did get the punch 10. He got the punch 10 though. So
So Robert Stone versus Jessica Mayer versus InDex. No one cares about what actually happened in this match. Other than Marcus. How about that dive? How about that dive?
How about that dive? That's the best dive I've seen in wrestling. Robert Stone is a damn fool. His wrestling outfit was ridiculous.
No, I don't care what
he grew a ponytail. He went the route of barefoot Charlotte and decided to go barefoot out there, and it didn't give him no abilities. He didn't dive.
He was paying homage to the legend that is Steven Seagal.
When the announcers pointed out that he was paying homage to Steven Seagal, I was like, you know what, they're right. Because at first I was like, he's like a dressed up Sagat from Street Fighter. I was like, he got his feet wrapped.
No, you're doing a disrespect to Sagat.
I am. But the fact that, Robbie made me, I enjoyed watching Robert Stone. Sorry. It was funny. It did what it needed to do. Frankie getting kicked out for no good reason was like, I don't know why we need this storyline, but this is what wrestling needs. You need that nonsensical stuff that just happens just to get you through the show.
I want to say the refereeing in this match was the best refereeing I saw all week because it just showed somebody, or the past 3 days, where it just throw these motherfuckers out. Frankie Monet got thrown out for some minuscule shit. Minuscule.
Marcus, she was inside
AEW spraying shit in the air, jumping in the ring, Tully jumping off aprons and trying people. Like, no one got thrown out on that show. But Frankie Monet for grabbing a leg for like 2 seconds.
Marcus, it's against the rules. That's why.
By a referee who I didn't even know was still on the NXT roster. What was she still doing there?
So, Carmelo Hayes versus Duke Hudson.
Duke.
As we've already mentioned, Duke Hudson is
there was not enough ruggedness in your name to say Duke Hudson, Manny.
I told you, I'm making up a fake son and I'm calling him Duke.
Named after the G.I. Joe dad? No. Duke Hudson is what you named after son.
But I wasn't sure about the finish. The match itself I really liked. But he wins with a famouser off the top rope.
John Cena's move.
Yeah, it's John Cena's move. Now he faces OJ Styles in the final.
And he is the final boss
You
now.
are,
Like,
you
he's the final
are.
boss.
I am. He didn't tell it to Miko Sakamura that he's the final boss, because that is the final boss, who I don't believe has defended her title since she won it. But
You know,
whatever.
but I think that
She's old.
there's something about Carmelo Hayes that is likable. So I can understand why he won. I think he might even pull the upset against Odyssey Jones. I don't think,
Yeah,
or
he's just Black Buddy Murphy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in NXT, Black Buddy Murphy goes a long way. It just doesn't go anywhere on the main roster.
But Vince ain't in the Black Buddy Murphy business, all right? He's in the I need the Rock business, all right? And that's what Triple H needs to be doing. And the only reason Carmelo Hayes won is because he knows OJ Styles, as many like to call him, is about to whoop his ass. He's about to whoop his ass. And he didn't want that happening to his boy, Duke Hudson.
So we move on into Imperium versus MSK. And Marcus, you know how that move I really hate that done by MSK, that
I
push
know.
dive? You know who also didn't like it? The ring general, Volta. He jumped in
came
that
out.
ring. He jumped in that ring and destroyed them.
Yeah. I enjoyed the post-match antics of Walter just going, you having trouble with them, huh? You having trouble with them, huh? Ah! Like he killed MSK. Your tag team champions died. Like Walter just demolished them.
As far as I'm concerned, Walter's the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Yes. He has claim to the title after that because it took him 2 seconds, quick work, to beat up these two men as his guys are struggling. I don't care what shape those two men are in. They couldn't handle. They should have made quick work of MSK. Walter's the new #1 contender for the NXT Tag Team titles. Give him everything.
I said he's starting to worry about NXT as a show. I don't think it's that big of a deal at the moment.
I mean, I think the biggest issue with this tag team championship match, I think it was very predictable of what was going to happen. I mean, I figured that Walter was going to come down to the ring to watch his opponents. Then Dragunov was going to come down to the ring. I can't even Ilya. I can't get his name right. And then that was going to lead. That was going to be lead to MSK getting the fluke win over Imperium. I mean, the thing about it, I think the right team won. I think it was just more to tell the story between Walter and Ilya, and it was just a match to fill spots. I mean, I don't know if MSK is truly over as a tag team, but there's also not a tag team out there that you could see challenging them for the title because now Thatcher and Ciampa are engaged in their own warfare on another side of the planet.
With Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland, who cut a very good promo, which also once again proves they do not need Oney Lorcan.
No. The interesting, we might not never see Oney Lorcan again, Manny. You know, he might just disappear and be released someplace. But I can say for me, next Tuesday, Thatcher versus Holland is going to be a match I'm really looking forward to. I think that's going to be a fun match to see.
It's going to be physical, technical. Hopefully Ridge Holland stays healthy and we get a really
I'm hoping we get that Pounce again.
Yeah, I agree. That
Samoa Joe, Karrion Kross both got a strike. I'm tired of this. Every time Joe has a feud, it ends like this before it goes to a pay-per-view. It's always a brawl before the pay-per-view with Joe. Done.
Well, my favorite thing about this segment is Joe's out there calling out Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross walks out, and he's like, we're going to need security out here right away. Who does that? Who calls for security?
No, Marcus, let me...
He goes, we're going to need security. Protection for him.
Marcus, but let's point out, though. Let me just say, this is where I have flaws at. And, I was more entertained by Samoa Joe scouting NXT talent in Vegas than I was this closing segment. The fact that... that was more entertaining for me because the fact that Karrion Kross called out security. He called out security, Marcus, but then he walked past security and got into the ring. What the fuck? What was the purpose of calling out security if he was going to get into the ring anyway? And of course, it ended in the brawl. How many episodes of NXT has ended in brawls? I mean, we really didn't need this.
Hold on. You can't say that when everything happened. Everything on AEW tonight was pretty much a brawl.
It was a brawl. I get that, but as you can see, I was already brawled out. I couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't take it, and I don't know what to expect out of this match at NXT TakeOver. Everything tells me Joe should win, but for some reason, I feel like Karrion's going to keep this title.
No, I think the days of Karrion Kross being on NXT are over. Vince McMahon has him, and he's only making him lose and beat Jeff Hardy and having these matches so he can go.
Jen said, "Isn't there a brawl with every feud before a pay-per-view? Don't single Joe out."
That is correct.
Yeah, that is correct. But every time I see Joe, this is how his stuff ends.
Yeah, and the thing about it, I'm not mad at Joe. I love Joe.
How does this end though?
Fuck Karrion Kross. That's where I'm at. I mean,
that's all it is.
As the crowd chanted, "Where is Scarlett?" That's my question. Where is she?
Told her to stay at home. He's an abusive husband.
She was busy being a thirst trap on Instagram, as always.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, I don't follow her, so I don't know.
He is nothing without her. She is she's the team. She is She is the TikTok team.
So, Manny, you do admit stuff, I guess, from your NXT report, right? Because
why? What did you want to bring up?
We didn't talk about EO just being disrespectful to her tag team champion partner.
Well, I don't talk about uncultured swines like what's her face.
I can't think of her name either. That's why I went with EO.
Zoe Stark.
There you go.
Damn it.
Uncultured swine. Uncultured swine.
And
I don't think that was worthy to talk about. Why would we even bring that up?
And then did we even talk about the proposal? Because I think we only talked about the proposal when we saw the slide, but we didn't talk about Johnny Gargano and Candice trying to raise her the right way, but she just keep going to the dark side, man. To the dark side.
Already to the dark side. They already have matching entrances. There was no more to say other than Beth Phoenix is provoking someone in her 20s to make a decision. It's going to be a future divorce. There's a future divorce waiting to happen.
So I'm looking at Levi's comment, and he says Scarlett is the new Sable. Is Karrion Kross good enough to be the new Mark Merrow? Because I don't think he is.
Wasn't good enough.
Mark Merrow was not good.
Mark Merrow had something about him. I like Mark Merrow.
Have any respect for Mark Merrow is because your grandparents.
Goddamn right, my grandfather. Goddamn right. Damn right. Granddaddy.
How dare you talk about Mark Merrow like that?
Mark Merrow wasn't shit. The wild man Mark Merrow wasn't shit.
Granddaddy told me the wild man was great, and I believed him.
Neither was marvelous Mark Merrow, so don't even try it.
I enjoyed Marvelous Mark Merrow when he was just boxing by himself. I don't know why. It just seemed nothing.
Levi said that proposal was stupid. If my wife gave me an Eye of Sauron ring, she would be my ex.
Well, you buy for who you're with, Levi. You buy for who you with. She's clearly marrying a serial killer. So that was what's going on here.
So is this gonna be the wedding that is successful in WWE? I bet not, right?
No, this is gonna be the one that draws NXT over 1 million views. People are gonna be like, why?
Because wrestling loves fucking weddings.
Weddings fucking draw. For whatever reason, weddings draw. And the last wedding we had was terrible. It was the Miro Kip Sabian wedding.
Last thing, Manny, did you like JC Jane's promo?
No, I didn't even care about it.
Okay. Why did she get a solo promo?
No, I'm confused.
It's like, this is my girl right here. They separate already.
Is Gigi and JC already separate? I don't know. I was so confused by that, but it's NXT.
It's not worth talking about.
Let's move on to AEW.
We're about to talk about AEW, and that's probably not worth talking about.
AEW.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
So it kicks off with John
still got it, Eric. You still got it.
John Moxley and Eddie Kingston, who are then attacked by 2.0 and Daniel Garcia.
Yes!
They call out Sting and Darby Allin. The match gets a strike instantly because Sting gets put to the table and no sold it. Fucking stupid.
My whole thing was...
Hold on. Oh, go ahead, Eric. Let's do
My whole thing is, and I have a Marcus, I'll let you go. I'll let you finish. Can anybody explain to me what John Moxley and Eddie Kingston were actually coming out there to do before they got attacked by 2.0? Because I still don't know what they were doing. I don't know. But that's all I wanted to know.
We're cutting
wild thing. I mean,
so 2.0 gets the drop on. Moxie decides not to get respect for Sting, to not get revenge on 2.0. That was my problem with this match. Whatever was going on with the tornado match, I don't care. And, Manny, I know you have and Eric, I eventually did, had a hard time with Sting getting powerbombed to the table and getting up. But that was all forgiven. And as much as you give them a strike, I'm going to say that was a ball. I would say it was fine. considering the next match where I was
Okay.
pissed off about the lack of selling. There was levels to it. At least Sting was like, yeah, that's Sting. The next match, Shawn Spears was invincible.
Okay, so Sammy Guevara versus Shawn Spears.
Wait, hold on. I have a question before we move on. Is 2.0 the most used ex-WWE product on? Because I think it's been 3 consecutive weeks they have been featured in main storylines on AEW Dynamite, where they're being built like a big deal to the point I don't even remember their name. Like, they actually at one point took Sting and Darby to the limit. I don't understand. I mean, they literally powerbombed Sting.
New way of describing the limit. That was not the limit. He knows
Manny,
sold the
Manny,
table spot. He
Manny.
knows sold the table spot.
But the
He
fact is
knows
that
the power bomb through the table and then beat them both in a Scorpion Deathlock. He looked like Walter when he beat up MSK.
I'm just saying, at the situation, they got Sting through the table. They didn't know that he was impenetrable to table spots. That table spots were not. It's not John Cena. You put John Cena through that table, it's over.
Seth Rollins nearly put him out for life.
That was a turnbuckle. That was a turnbuckle.
Turnbuckles are a different story.
Tables get you like this.
He
And honestly,
that's like slamming Samoa's hand in the corner. They pop back up and they come at you.
For the spectacle of it, the double Scorpius Deathlock was something to see. I just don't know if I really need
Natty
to
did it better. Natty did it better.
I don't think I need to have Sting.
Natty does nothing. Natty does nothing, bro.
But Natty did it first.
I just don't know if this is the proper direction for Darby Allin to be associated with Sting. Like, I just
You make it sound like he's a child who you need to take. I don't think he should be hanging around that old man.
But he shouldn't be hanging around with his dad. As simple as that. It's over.
Dad.
I mean, like,
you weren't able to hang around your dad, Eric.
he got a bloody hand.
That Sting is hanging around his son, Darby Allin.
He took the skateboard bump, but looked like it hurt like hell. Like, I don't know if Darby Allin will be around.
You know my problem with Darby? He takes these dangerous ass bumps and they're forgotten moments later because no one's gonna remember that skateboard bump that looked like that hurt like hell. But no one's gonna remember that because Sting took a table bump, which doesn't hurt, popped up, no sold it, and beat 2 men up. No one cares about that one. Or Shawn Spears jumped to a rail. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the second proposal of the night.
It took 8 years to do it, though. 8 years. He dated this woman for 8 years. 8 years.
That's all right.
I didn't care about that. I don't care. Spears gets a jump on him before it starts.
Because she was right on top.
This gets another strike. Do you know why? For months, AEW managers have been interfering in matches in front of referees. And then Aubrey finally decides to do her job and throw out Tully. And then allows to smash onto a guardrail? Ridiculous. When was this in the rule? Ridiculous.
No. She allowed Tully to do this before the match even started. She could have threw Tully out before that match started. He already spiked the dude on his neck. Sammy Guevara already has a broken neck. Like, I'm going to not even check to see if Sammy's okay to compete tonight. But not even throw Tully out until Tully gets involved for a second time.
I mean,
he gets her jacket thrown out of it.
Full transparency on my end. I checked out this match. I think I didn't care too much about it. I didn't care about the chairman, Shawn Spears. I got tired of hearing JR trying to make me believe that Sammy Guevara is the second coming of Eddie Guerrero because, I might have said that a couple of months ago, but I'm a hypocrite. And, I was wrong in the situation. I just don't know if I don't. And I know they had some type of action considering everything else that was going on with AEW. This is a semblance of a feud, but I just don't know.
This is a clown show, and I'm glad you checked out on this because I was really upset about the lack of selling. All right, Sting not going to the table and not selling that.
Yes.
Whatever. Oh, yes. Yes, they said it like 1,000,000 times.
He is not the next
JR said it, and I'm like, oh, JR being senile. And then Excalibur like, I double down and agree with that. And I'm like, no, stop it. Just let it go. You're hurting people. But Sting not going to the table is one thing. And not selling that. I don't care about that. Shawn Spears get a Death Valley driver through the guardrail. And then get a 927 or whatever number he's on his flips. And then kicking out, I thought it was a botch. That's how bad it was. I went, wait, what? And then he loses 2 minutes later? to I guess the kiss of death. I don't know what he calls his move anymore. To go to hell, I think. And I was like, it should not take this much work to put out Shawn Spears. This was too much, and I think everybody, shame on AEW for killing the business. You killed the business with this one.
So Christian Cage says in the back that he's in Kenny's head and he's going to take the AEW title, and he calls Don Callis a carny piece of shit. Then we move on to the greatest promo of AEW, Dan Lambert and his anti-AEW promo. Let me tell you something. That had me on a full erection.
Oh, man. So, wait a minute. I can't talk about Swerve Scott's grill going up my head, but you can talk about your erection?
Marcus.
I could talk about my penis as much as I want.
All I got to say is that I need Becca to take note that the Get Manny rocks off have a dead Lambert promo on standby. Like, girl, I'm in the mood.
The computer around. Manny, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know. Then she turns the computer around. David.
Shit. Is that Junior Dos Santos? And Orlowski? Oh, shit, girl, come here. You getting it down. You getting all 15 good strokes.
I
got more than that. How dare you disrespect my game?
Manny, if
Dan Lambert's in the room.
Manny, if your game is contingent on Dan Lambert, I'm going to disrespect it as much as I can, man. I'm sorry. However, Dan Lambert might as well just been me in the middle of the ring talking about AEW, because that's all he was doing everything that I pointed out, and I appreciate him having backup this time.
But he brought the nicest man in UFC, Junior Dos Santos, and Andre Orlowski, who I swear he has 4 losses, and I've only seen this man fight and lose. I've never seen Andre Orlowski ever win a fight.
The worst part about
him lose.
I think the worst part about this, though, is that he's coming out there talking about AEW is a bunch of fake tough guys and whatnot. And for me personally, this probably would have been the best point of the show for Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley to come out, because they're arguably who are the rebels and the tough guys of AEW. But instead, we get Lance Archer, who lost the New Japan United States Championship to Tanahashi.
Hey, let's not talk about that.
And I was like Lance Archer is not the, and then he gets attacked by Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page. So now they're aligned with Top Team, and I'm just like, it was so much going on that it was hard to digest, but I was okay with it.
No, I was into the segment, and as you guys like to throw out strikes loosely, I give the segment a strike for Dan Lambert. Yes, this segment gets a strike. Dan Lambert is out there delivering fire on a microphone and brimstone. He has his boys with him. You ain't fucking with him or his boys. And then you bring out the Murder Hawk, who gets beat up by the Man of the Year. And I was like, what a waste of time. I feel like we were actually going somewhere in this segment.
Well, no, but it's kind of like
the Man of the Year attacked. And I was like, so what was the point of all this?
No, it's kind of like having the Dante Martin video package and him not having a match. It's like, we're going to talk about this kid, and he's not going to even show up. But no,
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
but you're right, Marcus. I guess we're going to now a feud between Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page versus Lance Archer. I'm not really sure where we're going with this. I don't understand the direction.
All I know is Tony Khan be throwing that money out everywhere. I don't know how Junior Dos Santos got a bag this week. Andre Orlowski. I don't know. This is the most expensive ass show I've ever seen in my life.
So
like everybody getting paid.
So we get the Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team titles. This match was good. I was enjoying it until interference from Kenny Omega and Christian. And that's when the interference in this match went too far. Because after that, everyone was getting involved all over the place. Ridiculous.
It's not
control. Oh, go ahead.
There's not many things in AEW that I want. And it's not many things that I can tolerate. But when they told me I was going to get the Young versus Jurassic Express in a tag team match, I was like, oh, the Young Bucks. I was excited. I thought this match was going to be a very good, entertaining match. And then, of course, AEW goes and do what they always do. They vomit over the one thing. Like, it was just so much outside shenanigans that at a point, I just didn't care anymore. I checked out of the match. It's just like, can we stop with all the outside interference? It's been, I think, Every match at this point has had some form of outside interference. Can we just have a regular match in AEW? That's all I asked for. That is all I asked for. But apparently, it is too much to ask unless I watch AEW on Friday night for Rampage, where they have a sensible show.
You're giving it too much credit for sensible. You had one show.
You can't praise it for one show saying they have sensible matches on that show. They've had one show. But I'm sure they're making up for it this week with some nonsense or whatever. I would say, to echo Manny's words, solid match. Way too much going on here. Just way too much. I don't understand why we couldn't just throw people out. Just throw people out.
Jurassic Park need to be tag champs. Them, the Lucha Bros,
FTR.
Pride and Powerful. That should be new. Yeah, Pride and Powerful should be tag champions a long time ago. Ridiculous.
Hold on, half of the Acclaim.
But I agree with Jen says. I think
he's selling his tights. I
think Jurassic Express needs to be a tag team champions because for the simple reason you need to get some type of gold around Jungle Boy's waist. He could be arguably the future of AEW, and the fact that the Young Bucks walking around with the AEW titles mean absolutely nothing. It's just like, look, give it to somebody else. This AEW is supposed to be the company of the youth movement. Let me get some young blood with the titles.
The Young Bucks have the title, and I'm okay with the Young Bucks being champions because of the ridiculousness I'm getting from them. I enjoy their outfits. I enjoy everything they do when they come out to the ring. It's just way too much in their matches. I feel like they give you just here's cake and ice cream, but also here's all this fudge we're gonna pour on top of your head.
But Marcus,
as you're eating.
They could do all that without the titles too.
No, but they're the heel champions. I'm okay with them being the heel champions.
I just think it's time for it's too much elite on AEW. And I mean, I know the first year, the first 2 years of AEW, there was like no elite, but now we're getting all elite. Like Kenny's the champion, the Young Bucks are the champion. Like I want other storylines to go on AEW. I'm tired of everything being focused around them. That's just me.
He's not wrong. Like there's too much elite. No, there's too much. There is too much elite.
You guys are wrong. You guys are wrong in this one.
It's too much. There's too much of them.
What? The show's called All Elite Wrestling. If I didn't get too much elite, then the whole show is a fraud. Just to let you know. There have I won that argument.
You may have. However, Paul White announces he has a match on All Out. The same people that cheered about this man saying please retire are now cheering Paul White having a match.
Manny, I think
my friend, is my third strike.
Manny, let's let this AEW apologist right here justify this statement because I have a feeling that Marcus might be able to justify Paul White. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm waiting for this. Let me listen.
Whoa, fuck you.
Let me listen. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Want me to do it? I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to be the guy to justify this segment, but I will out of spite and pettiness. This had to happen for you marks to say this isn't just all elite wrestling, that they had a segment that didn't involve the elite. That's why it happened. It didn't involve Cody. It involved homegrown talent.
It involves Cody, Marcus. It involves Cody.
Cody got nothing to do with this.
Yes, he does. Because guess what? Guess where the factory came from? The factory broke off from the Nightmare Factory. QT Marshall's is Cody's boy. This is a fucking match. Big Show versus QT Marshall. Nobody wants that. Nobody.
You gonna make me raise my blood pressure before SummerSlam weekend. I can't believe you doing some shit like this. Making me defend this segment.
Make me raise my blood pressure.
We saw Big Show's ass, Marcus. We saw his ass.
I'm not defending the segment.
You could have put Swerve Scott's grill up into that son of a bitch right there. Just saying.
I'll wait. Of all the segments you picked me to defend, I can't defend this segment. I want nothing to do with it. I was chanting Big Show, please retire years ago, although I also championed him fighting Drew McIntyre after WrestleMania in a random dark match. I don't care. I just say QT Marshall and whatever he's doing does not need to be on TV. But I'm going to tell you this, and to defend this segment, it was the second worst segment of the show.
Levi, I want a 5-page essay on why you want this.
Do you really need 5 pages? You can give me 2 paragraphs. Big Show's a spectacle. I get it, but
he is not a spectacle. He is not a spectacle anymore.
If Big Show is not fighting Shaq, there's no reason to see him in the ring again.
No, I don't feel like they need to stop trying to make QT Marshall a thing. He is not a thing. Like, even his stupid reaction, I'm surprised Manny doesn't. When he found out he had the match, he's like, I'm like, I don't care. Your crew suck. You suck. Everything about you suck, QT Marshall. You need to stay off the television and maybe go back to training people. This is no way that
Hold on, Eric. When he poured that milkshake on Tony Schiavone, I felt he was the greatest superstar of all time at that moment in time.
This whole feud is because Tony Schiavone's son, who's a grown-ass man, couldn't defend himself.
In his 40s.
And he had aspirations of being. This is why we're getting QT Marshall versus a Big Show. No one needs this. And you know it's going to have outside interference.
I don't care. Mark Henry's going to get involved. I don't care. We're giving way too much time on this one. This should not be happening at All Out.
Going by the rules.
I saw the Manny hands went up like this.
Going by the rules, I am no longer taking part in this. I'm no longer reading the rest of the report. So, Marcus, I hand it over to you.
Well,
if you want to pass it to me, Marcus, I'm ready. I'm always locked and loaded.
I got it. Because we talked about the second worst segment of this show today. Now it's time to talk about the worst segment of this show today. Team Taz stands in the ring. Taz and Hook are standing there. And he goes, I'm Taz, with full introduction. Okay, Taz, thank you for your introduction. This is my son, Hook. Okay, thank you, that. And now here's our champion, Ricky Starks. And I go, okay, mini-sized Rock coming out here. He's going to talk. And then Brian Cage shows up, and he's being attacked by Hobbs. But it doesn't go the way they want it, and they cut the camera off in segment. Why did we have this segment?
So
They didn't follow up. They didn't follow up. They went straight to Death Triangle.
No, Manny, let me show.
Third, I feel like we were in the third hour of Raw.
Let me tell you guys this right now.
Team Taz, and followed by Death Triangle.
In this whole segment right here, because the Young Bucks and QT Marshall have so much time that they tried to squeeze into 3 storylines into this segment. The first one we had was Jade Cargill, and I guess she's going to be fighting Kiera Hogan on Rampage. And to me, it seems like Kiera and Jade should be more of a team. Like, I thought they were going to make an announcement that Mark Sterling...
You don't have to team up all the black people, Eric. I know you missed the Hurt Business, but you don't have to team up all the black people.
But at the same time, Kiera Hogan, from the little bit I know, seemed like she would be somebody that would be more aligned with Jade instead of being against her. But Mark Sterling... Then... we go to they announced that the Elite will be in a tag team title shot in the Eliminator tournament. Like, they announced that. They just throw that out there. Then you go into the FTW that no one cares about. First of all, Hobbs should get his ass beat for being a grown-ass man in 2021 wearing airbrush overalls. You just don't need that. Like, and Brian Cage should also be ashamed of himself.
You let Hobbs live his life.
Yeah, you need to go to more 90s parties, all right? Go to more 90s parties, all right?
No, this wasn't a 90s party. Brian Cage should also be ashamed of himself for being in that position where he was on the ground being beat up by a man in airbrush, but clearly he was just waiting for the camera to come back on so he could show how he whooped Hobbs' ass. And then, last but not least, why should we even care if Andrade El Idolo wants to get the services of the Lucha Brothers? Like, why do we need that? Like, really, Andrade? This is the creative control that you negotiated so you can go out and talk really slow, talking about why Pac should not be their boss. This just drives me crazy.
But you have to accept my terms, and here are all my terms.
Yeah, it's like
my turn. Pose. Charlotte Flair must be invited to everything we do.
And then after that, you get a match, probably the best match of the entire night, because it had no outside interference, and it was just a match. It was Thunder Rosa versus Penelope Ford.
No!
It was simple. It was a match.
No, this match was trash.
No, it was the best thing on Dynamite.
It was the best thing on Dynamite.
No. One, I take that as a strike for both of you guys. It wasn't. At least you got to put respect on Stang's name for being the best thing on Dynamite at 61 years old. And then maybe the Bucks tag match before all the shenanigans. This match was not that good. It was sloppy. It was a mess.
Marcus, when you set the bar so low, this match became awesome.
Yes, I agree with Manny, man. This Marcus, you gave me a match with no outside interference. It was just two people in the ring wrestling. They had a little story going on. It's the simple things, Marcus, and that's what this match was. It was simple. Like literally, I can't believe that you're justifying all the other nonsense that happened.
No,
I understand why Manny has struck out already.
I'm on your side of most of it. I'm on your side of most of it. You made me defend the Big Show.
But the fact that you called this match trash, I don't understand how this match would be considered trash.
It was trash. They weren't that good at all.
Yeah, but neither was the rest of the matches on Dynamite.
Hold on. As much as you may hate this, Jericho and MJF was a better match than this. To call this the best match on the show. They weren't any good. They weren't any good. And I'm not saying
actually I agree with that. Bad. I agree with that.
It was no shenanigans in the match other than he couldn't do the Judas effect.
Well, I will talk about.
He used Floyd.
Oh yeah, he did. In the stomach. It didn't work. Although it was nice seeing a man in his 50s completely confused, like he got dementia and lost where he at after he hit a man in the stomach with a bat. Oh, I don't know what to do now. I can't throw an elbow. Do a DDT. Do a code breaker.
I will say this: Jamie Hayter outclassed every female on the roster with that one promo. No, it's only because she spoke like a posh English person.
You know, personally, I didn't care for her promo. I thought she looked better when she didn't. I thought she was more intimidating not speaking. Personally, for me. I thought what she said was fine, but it's still like, I was like,
I was shocked she was English. Oh, we didn't talk about Brock Anderson.
Because that's after Thunder Rosa and Penelope Ford, Marcus.
So, Lucha Dog said if Brock Anderson doesn't get beat with one finger, one finger move, I'm dead.
I won't finger poke a doom to Brock Anderson. And I don't mean, like, hear him talk, oh my God. If he don't get murdered, I'm going to be upset. I don't want to see a back and forth. I mean, if Cody got beat like he got beat by Black, I'm expecting Brock Anderson to die in the ring. And Anderson will be mourning. And next week on Dynamite Live, Brock Anderson services. That's what I'm expecting.
And we all know what's going to happen. Brock Anderson is going to take Malachi Black to the limit because that's how they do in all their matches. Can I give AEW credit for one thing, though? One thing I want to give them credit for. I want to say that the Miro video segment was spot on. The fact that he said that he didn't feel that they'll so deserve the contract because that was not the stipulation. He serves God. He serves his wife every night. And he says, you know what, since no one is stepping up to challenging me, I'm going to start challenging people, and I'm calling out Eddie Kingston. And I was like, you know what? It was short, sweet, and it told a story. And I was like, Eddie Kingston versus Miro should be very entertaining. However, the fact that Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley probably won't get revenge against 2.0 also bothers me because it doesn't sound like they would let that shit go.
Hold on.
Well, we cut out the Jon
Lucha Dog now hates Brock Anderson more than QT. I don't think that's possible.
Hold on. He might be right.
Man, that's you know
that's over there. That's over there. You know, that's at the bottom of the barrel right now, guys. We're talking right now of who's the worst in the game, and Brock Anderson is trash. But in his defense, he is young. That's all I.
No, he ain't. Brock Anderson looked like he'd been shipwrecked for years.
I don't know who you got. All right, let's take a vote. We had to exile somebody from the AEW roster. QT Marshall or Brock Anderson. All hands for Brock Anderson. All hands for QT Marshall being kicked out of AEW.
You can't put both your hands up.
Hey, I never put a limit on the hands. I never put a limit on the hands. But yeah.
Jesus.
What?
If you had to ask a question, let me ask you guys a question and you'll have your vote. So the internet might be wrong, but Manny, how old do you think Brock Anderson is?
Well, it's in the chat. 24.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize I was doing research on the left side of the screen. I didn't realize. So never mind.
I could have been a total tool and just went, 24. It's like, how did you know?
No, well, according to the website, he was 23, but whatever.
It don't matter. Maybe he had a birthday. Who do you got? Brock Anderson or Tony Schiavone's son?
Brock Anderson.
I will pick neither.
Both of them look like losers who's been sitting on their dad's couch feeding off of whatever success their fathers had. Bunch of
So-
incels.
Levi
Can I-
says Brock is as bad as Lily. I
can-
don't agree.
So, Manny, I know you had checked out at this point already, but what did you
Lily
think?
has that wink at least.
What did you think about John Moxley promo and his challenge to Daniel Garcia at Rampage about how everybody wanted to be a part of AEW? Kenny needs an entourage to keep his title. Adam Page can't get the job done. Christian is 50-year-old, your champion. And he carried the building when it was empty. You know, and he's at the top of the food chain. Does this-
Let me get into John Moxley mode. Eric, I can't stand still. This was a promo that was a bit too much energy for a scrub called Daniel Garcia. He is a scrub, and I can't stop moving because.
Marcus, my issue that I take liberty with this promo is the fact that he got his ass beat at the beginning of the show. And like both him and Eddie Kingston are moving on to different things, Marcus. Was this like a subtle way to talk about, I guess, the arrival of Punk, because he says that everybody wants to part of AEW?
This was clearly the only reason they're having this match is that they decided that CM Punk is not going after the title. We're going to have him fight John Moxley as his first opponent. So clearly, after the main event of Dynamite, after the main event of Rampage, CM Punk's music's going to hit, and he's going to hit John Moxley with the go to sleep. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
I also agree with Levi. I don't think it was a shoot, but I think he was referring to the elite in his promo also. I think although Marcus feels there's not too much elite going on in AEW, it is too much elite going on in
They
AEW.
have
Way too much.
They have one segment in the middle of a show each week. They never close a show. They
But
never
Marcus,
really start a show. They're just kind of there.
Outside of Miro, everything that they do is put more emphasis and more relevance on there. Everybody else is like bunched into little shit, like you just barely get mentions of. For example,
Okay, Butter. If they weren't champions,
Butter.
yeah. If they weren't champions right now, who would be your heavyweight and tag team champions? Who you got going through these forbidden doors?
my tag team champions right now would probably be Jurassic Express. I think Jurassic Express against Pride and Powerful would be a very good feud. Or even if you give it to Pride and Powerful and have FTR go with it.
Then what would the Bucks be doing?
The Bucks can just do the Buck shit. Like they don't have to have the titles to do the shit that they're doing. They don't have to.
I don't know. To be this ridiculous, I think they have to have the titles.
Why they're EVPs?
But do you need
And
the
so, what are
other
you doing
two?
with Kenny? What about
Do you
Kenny?
need the other
What's
two though?
Kenny
Do you
doing?
need the Good Brothers? Because I don't think you need the Good Brothers.
No, you
for
don't
this
need. You don't
nonsense.
need that whole lot the rest. You don't need all that. Nakazawa.
Do you need the dude that says the sharpshooters? Do you need him? Hit the button, man. I know you want to. Go ahead.
No, don't.
Yeah. You just
But,
didn't have it queued up.
Kenny Omega as champion. If he wasn't champion right now, would you have him doing something else, or would?
I wouldn't have to see so many V triggers in the main event. I mean, it's like, let's point out that it was a point where MJF was the hottest entity in AEW. Arguably, he was like the best villain. But now he is in this situation where he's feuding with old man Jericho over and over in the fifth labor of Jericho, which was like one of the most lackluster build up to anything, into his final grand scheme of things, that you can't come out to Judas and you can't use the Judas effect. Not the fact that if you use he put no type of other resort. Like the only downside of Jericho using the Judas effect is he loses the match. Now, if he would have put that caveat, if you use the Judas effect, you are forced to retire, then it would have made it more watchable. Because the fact is, if Jericho hates MJF so much, why not lose the match just so you can hit that motherfucker with the Judas effect? I would have liked that ending so much more than him actually tapping out to the salt of the earth armbar.
That continues the feud.
This feud is still going to continue, Marcus. It won't end.
We're done. This was the definitive end.
No, it's still going to go on.
This is the definitive end. There's no way this goes on anymore.
Marcus, they're still doing Pinnacle and shit.
The Pinnacle is still fighting.
Yeah, Marcus.
No.
Marcus,
we're done.
Sammy Guevara versus Sean Spears.
Done.
Sammy Guevara versus Sean Spears. That's not a Pinnacle match?
That was the end of that.
Yeah, we
So
still
you
got
asked-
we still got FTR and Pride and Powerful.
That's it.
So let me ask you this question, Marcus.
There's one loose end. We are done with this feud.
Manny,
I think we're done.
Manny, I have a question for the grand finale because he tried to stop me. You said, where does Kenny Omega go from here? Marcus, where does MJF go from here? What does he do if he's not feuding with Jericho anymore?
Well, see, now that's my problem right now. I think that MJF will be in a situation where he is lost in the shuffle, him and like the Hangman Pages, when Punk and Bryan Danielson come in, because I don't know who they feud with. Maybe Bryan Danielson and MJF are for the feud.
That doesn't benefit MJF at all because that would just be.
He just have good matches.
No.
A likable babyface in Danielson.
But
Everybody
Marcus,
loves that guy.
then it'll be the same thing that happened in Impact
He
and
knows the
WCW.
labors. He knows the labors.
You will have ex WWE stars going over established day one AEW
Maybe
stars.
he'll lose. Maybe Brian. Do you think Brian doesn't care if he win or lose a match? He was losing to Baron Corbin on SmackDown on the second match of the show. That man is unselfish
Marcus,
and would just go in there and do some jobs
but Marcus,
for anybody.
I get what you're saying, but Marcus, I don't think that you make a big acquisition and then that acquisition comes in losing. That's not good for business.
I don't say he comes in losing right away. Maybe he gets the first match.
Yeah, but then at the same time, his first match might be against MJF, and then guess what? Now you have your established AEW day one star losing to
match, maybe his first match isn't MJF. Maybe his first match is against Daniel Garcia.
No.
Members of 2.0. And then he outworking everybody. He beats Christian maybe one time.
Everybody knows.
He fights Andrade, and then at a pay-per-view, he loses to MJF.
Marcus,
I'm
everybody
done with the Andrade push.
Yeah, Marcus. Everybody knows that your first match in the AEW is always against Joey Janela. That's why he's a bad guy now.
No,
it's always Joey Janela.
No, that's not your first match. Your first match is against Cody. You come out and attack Cody. Like, if I made an AEW right now, a pamphlet, how to make a debut at AEW, first thing, attack Cody.
But what are you saying? I'm thinking like Vince. I'm thinking like money. Like, the fact is that if wins and losses matter, and you go spend all this money on Daniel Bryan and you spend all this money on CM Punk and they come in and they lose, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense.
Pounds on cue.
I don't understand the concept of why, if you're trying to run a business, you're not trying to make the most money possible. That's what the end of the day, what business is. I'm not in business to make people happy. If I can make them happy and I can make money, great. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make my cheddar.
Eric ain't in that people-pleasing business.
You can do both, Eric. You can do both, Eric. And
he chooses not to, Marcus. He chooses not
to. I'll make people miserable and make my money. That's the big strategy. Oh, you like that Bray Wyatt character? How you like this? He's going to lose the Goldberg.
Oh, did you hear about this Freddie Prinze Jr., previously a writer and other stuff for the WWE, said that the Fiend didn't want to do business in WWE, so there was creative problems between them both.
Oh.
Hence the loss to Goldberg.
What does he have? He's been gone for years.
Because he put butts in seats, man.
Maybe he called up Vince. Vince, this is Freddie Prinze Jr. again. I just don't know what's going on. He didn't want to do business, Freddie. He didn't want to do business. The Fiend didn't want to do business, Freddie. You know what he did last summer? Because I know what he did last summer. That's all I can think of, Freddie.
And quite frankly, for me, the main event between MJF and Chris Jericho was one of the most lackluster conclusion to a feud that, like...
But it was better than Thunder Rosa and Penelope.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was.
I'm giving him that. It was. It
was better than that match. But it was lackluster, and I don't know what was the point of all of this. That it just seemed like, I thought it should have led to the retirement of Jericho. I mean, he got everything he wanted. He got the people singing his damn song, didn't he?
Yeah, which I gave them 3 strikes for instantly. So this was a 6-strike show, but you could have been sponsored more.
So I agree with Jen. They will make money off of Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. My question is, will they sustain the revenue afterwards, after that luster comes in, or will AEW have to rely on keep trying to bring in? I mean, pretty much go the Vince model of bringing in old talent to stack the marquee.
I think bringing Daniel Bryan is going to be a better fit for their company than CM Punk. I think CM Punk brings too much baggage with him, and if things start going the wrong way, he's going to bounce. He's going to start chatting shit, and I don't think AEW need that.
Can we also point out that CM Punk hasn't wrestled in almost 10 plus years?
Yeah, but he's wrestling on heels. Only on the
Has
start.
anybody watched that show? I haven't heard.
I
a
haven't.
Thing
I haven't
about
watched
that
it
show.
yet. I haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't heard a single thing. I haven't watched it. I haven't heard a single thing.
I don't think a lot of people have
debuted.
stars. And I mean,
I
that
haven't
ain't
seen
Just like the wrestling business.
that ain't never stopped nobody else either. But I'm very concerned for AEW because this to me is a very pivotal moment
sir.
in their company.
Hold on, Eric. You don't have no reason to be concerned about AEW. You know why? Because whether it's CM Punk debuting Friday, or Daniel Bryan, or if they decide to say Ric Flair's debuting this Friday, don't matter. Those people, the AEW fans, gonna love it. They're gonna say this is awesome. This is great. This is amazing. Great
Why
show
are you talking
ever.
like Keith
Because
Lee?
those people, I don't know. I feel like going slow, but they're gonna love no matter what. It is just love, unconditional love, like a newborn baby kind of love for AEW. They can get away with anything.
Yeah, but love don't last forever, man. And they will turn on him eventually. Where
They ain't
it's
talking
gonna be
about, Tony Khan ain't talking about forever. He's talking about next 2 or 3 years.
maybe,
Love me.
maybe. But
But how long till TK stop using his daddy's money?
the way he spent it is gonna be a long time. A long
I don't
time.
know. There's a lot of money going in a lot of places. I don't know how much Dan Lambert or Andre Arlovski
I'm not being funny. If the
getting
Jags don't start
Sting
winning this
and-
season, I think it being difficult for him.
Hey, and they don't look like they're gonna start winning anyway. I saw that Tebow experiment. That shit was whack. That's why he got cut.
I don't even know how to have it. Tebow is all elite next week. We'll make it work.
You act like WWE or AEW are not that far removed from having Tim Tebow show up on their television screen.
If I could get Tim Tebow here on my show, don't give a fuck. I have
What
Tim
Tim
Tebow
Tebow for?
because Tim Tebow has a fan base that love themselves from Tim B. He brings in the ratings. He brings in the business. And people gonna be like, what's Tim Tebow doing? Nothing really, but I'll put him through a table. That bring money. I bring Tim Tebow in before I bring DJ Valentino in. At SummerSlam, you get that
Who
before
is
it's live.
Hey,
I
Marcus.
don't know. I've
Marcus.
never heard of him, but I'm like, let him do it.
Hey,
It don't hurt me.
Marcus,
Let's
DJ
make up
Valentino
for the
Khan, DJ who's probably Nick Khan's brother, who's a DJ, is probably gonna have that
You mean
SummerSlam
Nick
crowd.
Khan?
He gonna have that crowd hype, man. We gonna be up there jumping like with glow sticks and shit. Just like, where the
Going to
ecstasy at?
bathroom. I feel like that is the perfect time to go to the bathroom because the card is pretty stacked.
So let's just close out AEW and then we'll go on to everything else. So AEW, I didn't enjoy AEW at all.
I didn't either.
At all.
If I were to give it a grade or a percentage, it is at 50%. In which I go, you know what? There was some effort in there from some people. The crowd brought it, but there's so much dumb third-hour Raw shit that I got from this show that I did not appreciate.
Marcus, I think that's very fair of you, and I would agree with you because when I think Penelope Ford versus Thunder Rosa is the best match of the night, I have problems.
That's the third-hour Raw. Penelope Ford, Thunder Rosa, Big Show coming out with QT Marshall, the whole FTW title picture, and Brock Anderson.
No.
Or if I like to call him, Brock Anderson.
No, I think for me, my big issue that I have with AEW, especially Dynamite, everything that happened on Dynamite this past Wednesday has absolutely no consequences for next week. And it's just like watching an episode of Raw. They're doing the same thing on Raw. Shit is happening, but it doesn't matter. Like next week, everything that happened this week doesn't make any sense. So like Rampage is becoming the A show.
You can't keep saying there's one episode.
It's one episode.
It was the most enjoyable AEW I had in that one episode.
It's one episode, and you still criticize them. Flago Del Sol getting
Man, El Luchador, man, he loved him some AEW blindly when the only 10% is the Brock, Big Show, and QT is what he don't like. Man. Wait, Manny, I thought we were going to preview SummerSlam and stuff, or we're not?
Are we turning this into a podcast show? I didn't have anything prepared for SummerSlam.
We don't have to, because we have our voices, man.
We're going off the hip.
Well,
So now we can officially transition to the Saturday show. And
Yes.
the sun has went down in Manny's.
As the sun set.
Eric is now the host of the show.
Yes,
Welcome
I have.
to the Sharpshooter's Wrestling.
We are here to welcome to the Sharpshooter's Wrestling Podcast. I'm Eric, and watch the views go down right now.
We're doing a separate video.
Wait,
All of a
what
sudden
are we
it's
watching?
18.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching
The Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast.
Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Manny, I'm not mad at that. That actually works very well. I'm very impressed by that one. I mean,
Fit in.
I didn't have the hatred for him as much as I did right there because it worked. Because I think Shotzi wrapped in the love of Shotzi brings, like, you know, when she's able to uplift people I don't like Ember Moon, maybe Tegan Knox, you know, stuff like that. Shotzi has that ability of everybody. I mean,
I didn't know you hated Tegan Knox.
no, I don't hate Tegan Knox, but I'm just saying, like, you know, she's like a blanket. She wraps everybody up.
So we're officially in, I guess, podcast mode, and we're gonna talk about the SummerSlams where Goldberg defeated Bobby Lashley.
The summer. No.
The SummerSlam.
Before we even get into that, so I said on Tuesday, and Marcus doesn't want to do it because he thinks he's going to get murdered. There's four of you, and there's Jen that are going to be in this crowd that watch this show. I want during the Goldberg match a "You don't got it" chant.
Woo!
See,
Manny-
Jen's already on board. So I've already got one
But
person in
no,
that crowd going to start.
It's not gonna happen because I said in my argument on the Tuesday show, you're gonna be in arena magic in which you're gonna be swelled up with the rest of them fools who are gonna be chanting Goldberg once that music hit and he's walking through the arena and finding his location. And you don't even have the time. Goldberg matches last 2-3 minutes at most.
I
You
will
don't have
also
time to get that chance started.
I would also point out that I've been to many Vegas shows for professional wrestling, and Vegas has a lot more casual wrestling fans than they have hardcore wrestling fans, and those casual fans are going to eat up Goldberg. And Marcus is correct.
Like
We probably
Ric
will
Flair
get
on
our
the train.
we will get our ass kicked, but I'm down to do it. You know, you don't got it. You don't got it.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, man.
Hey, you
It's
fat
gonna be
fuck. No,
Hey, you
actually,
fat fuck. Oh, you
no, it's in
N-word
Vegas.
fuck.
No, you fat black fuck. You know, go someplace. Your life don't matter here. That's what will probably happen. You know.
Swing dynamis.
Yeah, you know, the next thing you know, you got Shantae throwing a drink and the big brawl breaks out inside the Raiders arena. That's what's gonna happen.
As Ryan casually walks away and we're like, where were you in the fight? I was over there. I was over there fighting.
Hey, Marcus, you know, the one thing about SummerSlam that we can say that I must be looking forward to is gonna be fake Ryan. When Ryan gonna become the most sociable individual that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, hi. That is great. Yeah, really? I like Goldberg too.
Yeah,
Jen said she'll do it. She doesn't give a fuck because she is from New York.
No,
Oh!
that scares me because Jen might do it. She'll, you know, you gotta fight. You know,
It's gonna be a fight. All right. So we're in agreement. You don't got a chance.
You don't got it, John. I want it
And
recorded,
I'm also
and then we can
chanting-
play it back on the show.
Lashley. I'm gonna be screaming at the
You can't do
arena.
that. You can't do that because the man that's done that has retired 15
Again.
times in the last 3 years.
I'm sure by the end of this weekend he's gonna come out of retirement and
Who?
fight CM Punk. Leo Rush.
Leo
When he
Rush,
was
the man
going
that never stops
Lashley.
retiring.
Lashley retires every other week.
yeah. The thing is that he retires hoping that somebody cares about him retiring, and no one does.
Okay.
So
It's my
I think
birthday, so they won't do anything to me. Jen? People don't care about people. They don't even know, unless you're wearing a giant badge or a t-shirt that says it's my birthday.
Jen, have you been to Vegas before?
I'm assuming she has. And
Because
I'm
if she
assuming she's
has it, she knows what to expect.
Dun, 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 dun. Strapped. Everybody's strapped.
Because
With COVID,
Vegas-
COVID is gonna be running rampant.
can we start off with matches that has the least importance to me on SummerSlam first? Because like my favorite match is the match that I can't remember that it's always a triple threat match. That is Nikki Ash versus Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley.
Okay. We'll start. I've got the Wikipedia open, so there's 10 matches on this card. So we'll start
I have
with
it
the
all
one.
memorized.
So
Marcus, we will never rely on your memory.
So we have the one that was just added this week: AJ Styles and Omos versus RK Bro, for the Raw tag team titles.
That would have made my t-shirt that I was going to wear to the event perfect. However, my delivery has not taken place, so I will not have an RK Bro t-shirt, and Shantae will not have her Bianca Belair shirt for Vegas.
I don't know why you didn't do overnight. I don't know why. You ordered it last week. I don't know why you thought you would get this week.
I did select the best.
Them.
Huh?
Buy it there and then return the one from online.
Manny, look at me. You know they don't have shit that comes off the rack.
No. What he's saying.
Yeah, I can't get off the rack, man. I can't get off.
It's America.
Yeah,
America.
but for whatever reason, they still don't go over 2X's at the live WWE shows, man. They don't.
Nah, man, it's the big show, and it's Vegas,
America.
America.
Oh no, I can be like some of the fans that have their belly hanging out. Like I can show you guys, give you guys a preview right now, but I'm not.
Go for it. Be musty and have your belly hanging out. Let's go, wrestling fan. Oh, what were we talking about?
Manny's gonna go over the card. He has a card now.
What match were he just bring up that you said you didn't
AJ Styles, Omos versus Bro.
I got AJ Styles and Omos winning, so they can drop the belts in Saudi to Mansoor and Ali.
Nah, it's RK Bro dropping the titles in Saudi.
Yeah, because I don't
know.
think AJ and Omos will make the trip because AJ doesn't like to make that trip anymore after being stuck on that plane before. So I can see
that was just Anderson. That was just Anderson's.
And then also, Marcus, for the Saudi audience, you get Randy Orton and then you get them beating Randy Orton. I can see that happening.
But the spectacle of Omos, they seem like the big guys. As a Braun Strowman winning the greatest Royal Rumble of all time and holding that green title, which he still holds, I believe.
Yeah, still running.
Or did he give it to the Prince? I forget. Who knows?
Because the real Prince is Mansoor, so no, he didn't.
No, I think Randy and Riddle can win because Randy doesn't want to be teamed with Riddle, and so being the tag team champions will force him to team with him, and you still get RKO Bro going on. I think
Vince loves that storyline.
Yeah, and it's I think it's more profitable than AJ and Omos right now, and I'm all about making that money.
He's a Colossus. All right.
Yeah, they fired Bronson Reed and gave his name to Omos.
He was already being called the Colossus.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't, Marcus. No, he wasn't, Marcus.
Reed was called the Colosso. Just look up any other match. I'm going to get a match of Omos and let you know that they were already calling him the Colossus.
Okay, so Manny, let's take a vote. All those in favor of Marcus being right, please raise your hand.
That's not how things are done here. You need straight facts to be correct.
All those in favor of Marcus being rogue, please raise your hand.
I will send you a link. I will send you the link.
No, I think RKO Bros champs at the end of it. I agree with you.
Yeah, I think so.
So Marcus, you're rogue again.
Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie with Doudrop.
God! Oh Lord Jesus, please!
Manny,
I need Eva Marie to win, even though Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
More likely or not,
runs the show.
Who's going to win this match for me is going to be the concession stand because I'm probably going to get some type of concession or go to the bathroom. I might even have to have an alcoholic beverage to get through this match because I don't think I need this match at all.
Wait, hold on. Hello?
Hold on. These are my concessions.
What?
Just when you think I'm...
Yeah, Eric doesn't like women. He doesn't like women.
Oh, no. You can save face and say you're going to stay for the other women's matches.
I'm going to be there with my wife, so I cannot announce that if I have any interest in these other women. You want something to eat, babe? Let's go get something to eat.
Shout out to Eva. Shout out to the Evolution for winning this match.
Evolution's going to go wild.
Evolution. Honestly, if they're selling that shirt, which is a cheap ass shirt with just her face on it, says Evolution, I may buy that shirt just to piss people off.
I'm gonna buy it. So there's gonna be times where we're gonna coordinate and we're on the same day on a Raw show.
Yeah. The Evolution shirt. I think that we should all have a shirt where everybody hate that wrestler. You can wear Evolution. I can wear Tamina.
Barry Corbin.
His daddy shirt. He can wear his dad. No, Barry Corbin's loved.
No, but I was a fan of Barry Corbin when he was hated.
Nope, it's too late.
All right, let me order my Brock Anderson shirt then.
I'm Brock and I like the Rock.
Jen's gonna be going to the bathroom also. She agrees with me. This is a bathroom break. It's 10 matches, damn it.
But don't you want to know what Lily's gonna do?
I want to know what Lily's gonna do.
I can watch that back.
I feel like Lily is going to jump off the top of the arena onto a table. Honestly, if they do that, it would be the greatest spot in history if they throw a doll off the table and do a swanton bomb.
I was gonna say if they had Lily grappling down from the ceiling would be also amazing. Like just to the middle of the ring, like that shit would be amazing.
Lily with the tope suicida. It just look like someone's throwing her.
I will say that I would hate that. Man, I don't even know if we got good seats. That's the worst part about it. Cause you know,
Me
when
neither. I haven't looked at the seats in 2.5 months. Like 3 months. I don't know what I got.
The greatest thing, when we went to the Royal Rumble, we had bought some really expensive seats. We thought we had some good seats. Man, them shits was trash. Couldn't see shit.
It's terrible. But you know what? It was still, you were at the Rumble. That's all that matters.
That's all that mattered, man. We didn't know who was coming out.
Manny, hit him with the next match on the card. Hit him one time.
Okay, so the knife.
And shout out to Kobe.
Knife crime match: Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal, where Veer and Shanky are banned from ringside.
Ooh.
I'm saying it now. Jinder Mahal's getting that sword.
Not only that, Jinder is going to win the match and beat Drew McIntyre. It's gonna be the Aleister Black Cody match. Jinder with the kick. Oh, it's over.
So I'm gonna say this, and this might be the craziest thing I might ever say on this show. This has the chance of being the sleeper match of the night. I feel like Drew and Jinder can put off a good match. I really do think that they could do something and really take away all the sword shenanigans and Shanky and Veer. I mean, I think they can have a good match. I really do. I think it could be right up there with MJF and Chris Jericho.
When you say comments like that, you got to go in the dark into witness protection. This is not happening. This is not happening.
Why?
If there were a sleeper match of the night, maybe RK Bro and them, but this ain't it. Drew McIntyre, Jinder, friends and all that, might be a physical battle, but come on. You think that's going to be better than Priest and Sheamus that's probably going to be on the kickoff show? I doubt it.
Yeah, but see, be a shame if that is on the kickoff.
You know it is. You know it is, Manny. You know it's on the kickoff show. You know Marcus, they're going to move it to it.
The thing is, though, Marcus, is that when you hear Sheamus and Priest, that is a very, how do I say, that is a very, on paper, it seems like a good match. There is nothing about McIntyre and Mahal that says that this should be a good match, and I think it has the potential to be. I mean, Mahal was a champion for a while, one of the longest reigning WWE champion, and when Drew McIntyre is not doing stupid shit with a sword, he's a very competent person in the ring. I mean, ideally, I think Drew versus Sheamus probably would have been a better booked match at SummerSlam, but hey, who am I to split hairs?
The modern day Maharaja is winning this match.
I'm going with the modern day Maharaja also.
Me too. I picked him too. There ain't no stock in Drew. He's carrying swords called Angela, and he's telling stupid stories.
So we've got Big Shamo versus Damian Priest.
I got Priest winning in the pre-show, the kickoff show, and that's what is going to get everybody hyped.
I've got Sheamus winning with Johnny Drip Drip and The Miz interfering.
Ooh.
I also got Sheamus winning with the use of his face guard to steal a win out of another very good match against Priest, because this feud will not just end this quickly. It's going to have to go on for a little bit longer than this.
I feel Priest is going to beat him, and it's going to be because Miz and Morrison screws over Sheamus.
Next match,
in the kickoff show.
So, the first big hitter, Edge versus Drip Rollins. Who you got?
I think you got to go with Seth in this situation. I think you got to go with Drip Rollins.
You always got to go Seth, but I feel like they're going to try and make the fans happy with Edge.
I know, which is the worst part ever. This is where you go with Vince making money. This is where this is short time money goes. But we need to go long term. We need to have Seth win this match.
No benefit in Seth winning. I'm going Edge. If the fans will be happy, and Edge ain't won since he came back. He's lost his last 3 matches.
He's used to losing.
Ever. He lost the greatest match ever. They don't want another Sting scenario in which he's going through tables on Dynamite.
If Edge wins, I riot. You can't have all these old stars win, man. You just can't.
They're gonna make Edge win because they want to make the fans happy, because I feel like a lot of the bad guys are going to be winning tonight.
Dang, that's a bleak world you're living in. Shut us all up. A lot of bad guys are winning.
So we've got the Usos versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic
Usos!
for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
It's
Before you give your pick, no,
you're gonna ruin what I'm gonna say because I know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
Ahead. You're gonna say, do you think the Mysterios are walking through a portal?
Yes, I am.
And I was gonna say, pending if the Mysterios walk through the portal, it is pending if they're gonna win this match. If they walk through the portal, they're gonna lose the match.
Why?
But
Because they'll be jet lagged or portal lagged.
Yeah, portal lag. It's a thing, man. I don't know. If you've ever walked through a portal before, it fucks you up.
Usos are winning, and Dominic is turning on his father on this night.
Oh, that was incredible.
Oh my God, to be there?
I want to be there when Dominic has enough time of the worst dad in the whole wide world. Trust me, I could see it happen already. It could be the point where like the Usos pin Dominic, and then Ray is trying to talk to some sense to Dominic, and Dominic shove his ass to the ground and walk to the back. And that's all I need. That's all I need.
No, I don't even need that. I don't even need that. I need him to play back the footage like, you're not my real dad.
I need this. That's why I need that turn to happen on SmackDown when Rey Mysterio jumps on his son's back and then Dominic falls flat back on the
No, Marcus. So Marcus,
then next week we get a why Dominic why, and then we show the custody battle. And then the clips of Rey Mysterio being a bad dad.
No, Marcus. So what happens is you have the dissension at SmackDown where Dominic shoves his father. Then on SmackDown, they apologize. And then during the entrance to the ring, that's when he drop him on his back again. Like, because Ray think everything is good, but it's not. Because you can't forgive that type of parenting. You just can't.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio is the worst father in father's history. And they're pretty bad dads.
The fact that he had a match over custody of his own son. Like, he put a match on the line for that. That's what courts are for.
Do you know what the best part about that is?
Yeah,
they're releasing a figure, a toy figure of young Dominic.
Does he come with an I'm Your Poppy shirt?
No, but it's the first in the line of a child.
Now you can also be out the custody of Dominic.
Jen says, I hope he makes Ray feel like shit.
If he doesn't, I will. I can't think of Ray's a bad daddy chant, but I will at the point.
So we get Bobby Lashley versus Bill Goldberg.
As much as I've been joking about Goldberg going over, I can't see it. Although it does eliminate his 2 matches left on his contract. If you have a win tonight and then lose on Monday night, and he is no longer under contract. But I have Lashley winning safely.
I think long-term booking-wise, you got to have Bobby win this match. I think Bobby has finally been a dominant champ to the point where when you have Roman taking shots at him, like, you can have a big money match when you have that bragging rights pay-per-view with Bobby versus Roman.
It's Survivor Series, damn it.
Bragging rights, Survivor Series, it doesn't matter, my brother.
Hasn't been around in years.
But I think Bobby has to win, man. Bobby! Because I got to yell, hey, Bobby!
Let's go, Bobby! Because Ziggler and Rude aren't on the card.
So, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks.
Sasha, you guys convinced me. And I can cheer Sasha.
When did we convince you, man? We gotta do the show.
When you said that Becky gotta come, you said Becky gotta come back and beat somebody.
When did I say that? I didn't say that in canon. That's all pre-show stuff talk.
That wasn't pre-show?
That was on the show, Marcus.
That was on the show?
Yes. Mark, it was in the opening, Mark, when we were looking at the Sasha picture stand over the dead body of Bianca.
You right then.
Did you go through the time portal, Marcus? Did you go through the time portal?
Shit be fucking you up, man. I tell you. That and meth.
Meth. Nikki Ash versus Charlotte Flair versus Rio Ripley. Just bear in mind, you ain't getting barefoot Charlotte here.
She will be in boots.
The interesting thing about this is like the same argument that you have for Sasha beating Bianca can also be made about Charlotte beating Nikki and Rhea, because Becky can come back and beat either one of these evil bitches, and it'll be perfectly fine. So the question is, whoever
evil? Only
Huh?
Charlotte. Charlotte's the only evil person in this show.
Sasha's evil too,
Oh, I'm talking about you.
because we don't really know what show Becky's coming back to.
SmackDown. I'm not putting her on Raw. That's a shit show over there.
Hey, she gives a reason for people to watch.
Yeah, but still a shit show over there. I'm not. If I'm Vince McMahon, I care about Fox. I don't care about that.
So I guess we just got to go to the main event: Cena versus Roman.
We're not picking. You're not picking.
I picked already.
I'm picking Nikki Ash to retain and pinning Rio Ripley. And spare
No, I've got
Charlotte.
Nikki Ash pinning Charlotte.
Oh, what? You're protecting Charlotte? Where's Asuka, damn it?
Where is Asuka?
That's what everybody keeps asking.
Half their women's division is Asuka. She's been missing. Anyway, what's next?
The final match: Roman Reigns versus John Cena. Just Summer Cena. Cena.
Can I say, this is one match I'm going to be so happy to be in the arena for. I feel like the crowd is going to be electric for this moment right here. It's going to take almost as long as Drew McIntyre versus the Maharajah for Roman Reigns.
The Marawada
Versus Jinder Mahal.
Mahal.
Yeah, it's going to take the length of that match for Roman to finally make it to the ring. Because you know Roman's going to take his sweet ass time walking to the ring.
Well, you know how the kayfabe news always supposed to Undertaker has started his WrestleMania entrance? I believe Roman has started his SummerSlam entrance right now. That's how long it takes.
Oh, I forgot. Can we go back real quick?
Cena. I'm going John Cena.
I'm not going John Cena.
I'm going Roman. But
I'm
Manny,
going Roman.
I have a question for you. When Bob defeats Bob, when Lashley defeats Goldberg,
You mean Bill?
Bill.
whatever his name is,
Will
Big
Goldberg is somebody that probably is looking to get a job in accounting somewhere.
will Big E do what he needs to do
Bob
instead of
Goldberg.
going outside the ringside wrapped in towels to distract Bobby Lashley in a match and go after the WWE Championship on Bob?
No, I think Bobby Lashley will have to destroy the New Day again for Big E to come back.
Because do you think that people have already forgot about what Bobby did to Coffee?
Yeah, you need some form of reminder to I got your back, bitch.
But do you see a cash-in happening tonight?
I love the fact that Jen not only gave respect to Roman in the chat room, no, she typed Roman, Tribal Chief, then each head of the table.
She did that the other day.
I wasn't here the other day.
Roman, Tribal Chief, head of the table. I feel like I had to clap to emphasize each time.
Head of the table. But I can see Roman losing as a shock bout. I think it's pinning on the response. I think Cena becoming 17-time champion will negate them from the CM Punk, which would happen Friday.
Do you think it's time we erase the 16-time Ric Flair from that and just put Cena at 17? I think it's time.
You know, after his train stunt,
maybe not defeat Roman, but I think John Cena needs a 17th World Championship.
if it was Cena versus Bobby Lashley, we would probably pick Cena hands down, wouldn't we?
Yeah, because I want Cena to 17. Rick's ruining his legacy.
No, I got Cena winning. Cena's about to do it.
Really?
At SummerSlam.
You think Roman's the head of the table gonna drop his title?
Why not? It shake things up. Maybe Roman will move to a different show after the draft.
No,
Roman ain't going Raw.
no, man, no. He got to stay on SmackDown. It's things in life, man. You can't have him go to Raw, man. You just can't, unless he's just visiting. He's visiting. He can't live there. He can't. Just can't. I think it should be a fun show. I can't wait.
think we got a pretty good card. I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen. But it's not going to be shit compared to the match of the weekend, Dragunov versus Walter on Sunday, which I think should main event takeover. But it's probably going to be the first match. It's probably going to be the first match. It's going to
it's the best match. It's the best match of the weekend.
I'm going to tell you guys. I think you guys are going to be disappointed. I don't think that match can live up to his first match hype. I just don't think it can. Because
you would have watched that match unless we told you to watch that.
Yes, but the fact was that's how that match worked. Now this match is going in with all this hype and all this momentum from the first match behind it. I just don't know if it can live up or surpass the first match. I just don't think it can.
So you live
4 of the 5 matches on this card I care about.
I believe you live into a life of Beverly Hills Cop 3, and you look into it like, this could be better. This can't be better.
Hey, I like Beverly Hills Cop 3.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Hey,
it is
Manny,
terrible.
Dante also agrees with you because that was the first one she saw. She enjoys Beverly Hills Cop 3. You know what? For what it's worth, it wasn't as bad as Marcus makes it out to be. It wasn't
terrible.
It wasn't 1 and 2.
Terrible.
It wasn't 1 and 2.
It is terrible.
No, it's not. You just have to separate 1 and 2 from it and understand that they were going to a different direction.
Nothing in Beverly Hills Cop 3 makes any sense.
That amusement park, man. That amusement park had me happy, man.
Yeah.
I get the rights to Disneyland.
The little fat black kid that went on to be in those other TV shows. I think it was Robert Townsend who was eating the candy. I have 5 movies of Beverly Hills Cop 3. I'm sorry, I do.
It's a terrible movie.
Last Dragon is a terrible movie, Marcus. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is a movie that is treasured by so few.
How dare you spit in my Cheerios with that shit? How dare you?
Eric, do you want to do a watch-along of Beverly Hills Cop 3?
Manny, I would be down to watch Beverly Hills Cop 3. The problem is I don't think we'll be able to find it.
Anywhere. It's anywhere.
I have it.
Manny really liked it. He bought it.
You don't own Beverly Hills Cop 3, do you?
He do, Marcus. Is this
No
gonna be
way!
Marcus?
No way!
Marcus?
No way! Who owns Beverly Hills Cop 3 on Blu-ray?
Wait, is that 3? Because that looked like it was Beverly Hills Cop.
It has all of them right in there.
3 disc people.
Okay. That makes more sense. I thought it was a solo Beverly Hills Cop 3 DVD Blu-ray that Manny owns just for himself. Like, no, I bought it separately.
But Marcus, ask Manny. Of all those movies, which one have you watched the most? Probably part 3.
3.
No, part
1. He probably watched part 3, Marcus.
Oh, Manny has watched part 3 the most.
Yeah. Marcus, you have to understand, 1 and 2 is a certain era. Like, Manny's a little bit younger than us. 3 has more of an aesthetic.
2 years! 2 years!
He's 2 years younger than you, Marcus. I'm sorry, Marcus. You have to understand, you're losing this argument. 1 and 2 were in the 80s. It's in the 80s, man.
How dare you guys criticize AEW and praise the name of Beverly Hills Cop 3? How dare you?
It had a sensible storyline, man. It had a sensible storyline in Beverly Hills Cop Part 3.
And how dare you criticize Suicide Squad and support Beverly Hills Cop 3? There was no sense. They had no sense in Beverly Hills Cop 3. No sense. No common sense. He's counterfeiting money in a theme park.
Betty.
And
it was funny. Of all the things that we've said on this show, I have never seen Mark get so riled up over Beverly Hills Cop Part 3. He's very passionate about this.
It's terrible. It's just such a disappointment.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Fast and the Furious 9 or Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Fuck you. Fuck you for making me pick this.
Go on. For the audio listeners, Marcus just turned his light out and he's sitting there crying.
I live in a world where you make me choose shit like that.
If you go into Beverly Hills Cop Part 3,
no comment.
Without the whole thing of 1 and 2, it's a good movie. It's fun.
No, you call it Beverly Hills Cop. I expect Beverly Hills Cop. Okay, I got a kids movie wrapped up into whatever the hell's going on in that movie.
Eddie Murphy.
There's nothing in there. And by the way, I'm choosing Beverly Hills Cop 3 over Fast 9. But don't fucking judge me.
Well, so apparently OnlyFans is trying to cancel their. Raphael just posted that they're going to be eliminating pornography from OnlyFans, and then I asked the question, "What is OnlyFans after that?"
Pictures of Jay White. You know, Eric, you're subscribed to his OnlyFans.
I am not subscribed to Jay White's OnlyFans.
You are.
You are.
You are. We know. It's fine. It's
Oh
all right.
man, look at these graphics for 2K22, man. They really try to sucker a brother in.
If you're being fooled by graphics in the modern day of video games, you're a fool. NBA Live had good graphics, damn it.
NBA Live is not a good game.
It never had good graphics either, Marcus.
No, I think the last one had good graphics.
No, it didn't, Marcus. It dropped frames. Man, I think it's probably time to wrap this show up. I think we gave a SummerSlam preview.
We could go do a takeover preview.
Oh, okay. I guess we could do that too, I guess.
I thought we were just talking about Dragunov and Walter.
Walter versus Dragunov. I finally think it's time for Walter to drop that title and destroy and murders Karrion Kross later on in the night. He murders Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and comes to America 4 times.
Hey, that's not going to happen. Dragunov is not the one to dethrone Walter.
There is nobody else on NXT UK that can even come close.
And that's why you just keep the title of Walter until you find somebody. You can send Odyssey Jones over there, send America over to take the title.
How dare you? How dare you send OJ Styles over there?
Why not?
No, I would love to live in a timeline. You know how Marvel's have this What If series? I would love to do What If WWE, in which Vince McMahon walks into Walter's house and gives him a bag and say, You're coming to the main roster, and I'm giving you all this money, and you're gonna be my champion."
That is a good thing. That could be a good video. We just do what ifs.
It's gonna get dark when we go, "What if Bill was staying alive?" No, 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 not do What If Benoit. Although the What If for this week's Marvel, I enjoyed the What If. It was pretty good.
I haven't even got close to watching it. What do you think about Walter Dragunov 2 then?
Oh, I've said my expression. It's gonna be the match of the weekend, and Walter's gonna win. I mean, not Walter. Dragunov is gonna win.
I think Dragunov's gonna win.
It has to be now.
I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to surpass match 1, and I think Walter will retain his title.
I don't think Walter's retaining, as much as it will hurt me.
It's time to end.
It's time to end.
It's not. He's not Bruno Sammartino.
He's better than Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah. Don't say that to anybody over the age of 60.
Have you guys read Nick Khan's quote about the possibility of WWE selling within the next year?
Yeah, I read it.
Marcus, have you?
They're open to it. That's what
We're open for business on anything and everything. Even some of the business plans that we've announced recently are different and unique to what the company has traditionally done. We're open for business. If somebody called, we'll listen, but we're not active or out on the marketplace trying to change that structure. He replied. That can mean a lot of things.
That's so gray and middle of the road, Eric. It means nothing. It's the same spot. Everybody's open for sale.
No, but I mean, not just that, but he could be also open for outside entities maybe coming in and participating on some of WWE's programming.
Entities?
Yes. Some of those companies that don't exist in the WWE universe may be able to come in and maybe kick down the forbidden door of WWE. And then you have to ask yourself this question. If you had a chance to kick down a forbidden door, are you kicking down the forbidden door of AEW or are you kicking down the forbidden door of WWE?
I would never talk to AEW from WWE. But,
no, I'm talking about like the other, like, because WWE is petty. So like, what if they'd say, hey, Ring of Honor, come work with us?
No one's
Ring of Honor's dead.
They're dead.
I know.
Stay dead. I would do business with Ring of Honor. It's like, oh, we're in business with Ring of Honor. So what?
Karrion Kross versus Samoa Joe. I got Samoa Joe.
I got Samoa Joe winning again decisively. Karrion Kross has been a sinkhole for NXT and brought a dark cloud over it.
Just because
I
need to be
Doomsday is coming, and he was it.
I need to be the nega duck. I'm going to say Karrion Kross retains his title to shock the world.
Shock the world. No one's shocking the world with Karrion Kross. Raquel Gonzalez versus Dakota Kai.
Dakota Guy!
Dakota Guy!
Dakota Guy's going to finally get the
Guy.
go.
And she's going to take that belt back to South and North Dakota.
LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes. I got Cameron.
Cameron Grimes.
He has to win, right? I don't think Ted DiBiase is going to be anybody's butler.
But the greatest thing about Ted DiBiase, he would lose a stipulation, but he ain't got no integrity to stay around as the butler. He just wouldn't show up.
And then finally, Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole.
Adam Cole just got the bag. He's going to win again, and it's going to go this way.
You don't know he got the bag.
Adam Cole is going to win the first match. Kyle O'Reilly is going to win the street fight, and Adam Cole is going to win the steel cage match, and that's how it's going to go.
I got Kyle. Adam Cole going.
Cool Kyle for the win because Adam Cole is either going to the main roster or he's going to a different company. He ain't staying down there. And by the way, Vince McMahon wouldn't work with these other companies. He already has a vanilla midget problem that he already trying to get rid of all these other guys. Now he's going to bring in more of them? No. He only wants size. He may take a moose.
Can I ask you guys a question? You know, like with all the hype of allegedly CM Punk showing up on Rampage this Friday night. If he doesn't show up, how does the AEW fan base take that?
Violent turn. I expect the United Center will be called the Ununited Center at that very moment and fight each other to the death as if CM Punk didn't show up. And Tony Khan will be murdered at stake.
If Daniel Bryan showed up and not CM Punk, do you think they would still riot?
Yes.
No, I don't think they will.
They may not riot, but they'd be upset. They want their boy.
Do you also feel like
if you got CM Punk and you go to Chicago and you're not using them, you are just bad at your job.
Don't you also feel like AEW fans may get too spoiled because they always get some type of new debut here and there? Like it's a point where debuts stop happening.
They never stop because WWE keeps releasing people, baby. It don't stop. Won't stop.
And TNT haven't been told, I don't think, that CM Punk is coming, but they're ready to put to strap the rocket to CM Punk with all their advertising.
Do you think that really? But does that really get the fan base going? I'm curious.
It will for them.
Because I just don't think I don't think anyone cares about CM Punk the way that people think that people do. I think the people who care about CM Punk are IWC people. I think the casual fan could care less. Like if you were bringing John Cena to AEW, totally different story. You're bringing Goldberg to AEW, totally different story. You bringing Brock Lesnar to
Goldberg to AEW. I see that happening, by the way.
Really?
I see it happening. He does his final match in Saudi Arabia. He's free of his contract. 2 weeks on Dynamite, that crowd is gonna be chanting Goldberg. He gonna be in the ring, and they're gonna be talking. I can't wait to see Goldberg in the ring. In a very hypocritical sense.
And Mark, if that happens, that'll be the death of AEW.
It won't be.
It won't be.
For me, it will.
What have AEW got to do for us to stop reviewing it?
I don't know. Maybe say the N word.
I think it's too newsworthy. I think they gotta lose to TNT. As soon as TNT says no more, I'll stop.
And Jen, I don't.
Tony Khan becomes a main character.
I don't think. Well, he already tried on Rampage.
TK is never gonna stop spending money.
No, his dad got too much of it. The question is,
Dixie Khan.
The question is that at the end of the year,
well,
when Tony Khan
didn't have the money, she stopped paying people.
No, when Tony Khan
under contract.
When Tony Khan's father looks at the books, he has to look at which one is costing me more money, AEW or the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you just have to make that decision.
To be fair though, they spent loads of money on the AEW video game. Otherwise, they would have turned a profit.
That's what they say.
Well, that's what they claim. But
maybe true.
Manny, I could claim that the Sharpshooters podcast is a profitable show. It's only up to you to believe it. I don't.
Every show seems expensive.
Jen,
as
the
hell.
hypocrisy on AEW has already started, but Goldberg going there will just only heighten it.
Well, people are underlying that. I was talking about the Big Show please retire chants. Big Show gets cheered in AEW, and no one says anything about it. He's going to have a match, and how many please retire Big Show chants, or boo with the Big Show, or how much disappointment they had with Big Show's comeback, or that time he wrestled Drew McIntyre after WrestleMania, or that time when he was going to Raw and had a match with Randy Orton. I don't want to see Big Show wrestle Randy Orton.
I remember being looking in the mid-card mess and seeing all the comments. I can't believe WWE has dragged Big Show back for this. Who wants to see Big Show? He's not even in that pristine shape that he once was. I can't believe it. Now he's the Lord and Savior. He's going to fight QT Marshall.
Hold on. No one in the mid-card mess uses the word pristine.
I just decided to throw pristine right there for myself. I'm in the mid-card mess, and I use pristine.
I believe there's no form in wrestling that uses the word pristine.
That's why I'm going to become PWF, Pristine Wrestling Foundation. There we go.
No, you are the hater, Eric, the grown-ass man.
The grown-ass man. The sixth labor of Jericho.
I want grown-ass man wrestling. That's what comes out of this, by the way. Grown-ass man.
What's your main event, Tony? What's your main event? Tony Schiavone's son and Brock Anderson?
Nah, man. Grown-ass man wrestling is Brandon Vink versus Brock Anderson. That's the grown-ass man match right there.
Hudson versus Trevor Murdoch. Grown-ass man. With special referee Fit Finley or some shit. Like, oh, man, it's serious.
What's your show opener? It's Regal's music, right? He's a man.
He's a grown-ass man.
Real man's man.
Essentially, grown-ass man wrestling would just be the NWA. It'd just be NWA power.
Welcome to GAMF. Grown-ass man. Oh.
If you want fun, we ain't got it. You want dives? We ain't got it. Table spots? Nah. Thumbtacks? No. It's just gonna be two grown-ass men slapping meat together.
It might just be. Some might call
the stronger man, and 90% of the show is gonna be squash matches.
Some people might call this bar fight wrestling, but we call it grown-ass men fighting, and that's what we're here for. Grown-ass men.
It's basically bum fights.
Bum fights, and when you think about how many views bum fights got on YouTube and shit, that's a premise that they have not tapped in yet.
Well,
we're not very far from Corbin doing that.
Yes. I honestly wish WWE did have the forbidden door open and Corbin showed up in AEW. Making for money outside here.
Right, we have rambled on for 2 hours. Oh. You have got your Saturday show on a Thursday. How lucky are you?
Bang, bang.
If you made it this far, do send us an email. We probably won't read it till next week.
We don't have to, because we know who made it this far. Jen's been with us. I appreciate her being a part of the show the whole time and communicating. We really appreciate that.
And buy our merch, Check out this shirt. Come on, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yes, it looks like it has a political message on there, but it's not. It's about pro wrestling.
Meet Marcus. You may know him from the Untitled Manny and Marcus show and the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast. You may know he spent the majority of last summer living in his car, and now he's lost all his money in Vegas. Help Marcus by donating to the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast or going to storefrontier.com/DSPN and buying some of our merch. Help today before it's too late.
This shirt will help Baron Corbin survive. And that's all I got to say about that.
Man, fucking Vegas is going to be crazy as fuck. Pacquiao and SummerSlam all on the same night. It's going to be ridiculous.
This sounds like another Death Row Records got to be Tupac and Mike Tyson went together. This could be epic.
Because I was talking to Shantae, we were like, we could Uber to the stadium, but that's going to be fucking expensive.
Not really.
Well, maybe we should Uber to the stadium.
It's cheaper than parking.
That's also true.
Parking's like $900 just to park somewhere. Fuck that. Uber.
And on that note, guys, I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
Marcus, the grand finale. And we were joined by
the hater Eric, who's also a grown ass man and also the sixth labor of Jericho.
Hold on, you know, as you being the sixth labor, Jared, can we go 5 weeks of the labors of Eric? Yeah, labors of Eric.
So
I don't know what. And then it's outrageous.
What's the
No
obtaining for
bagels
the
and
fifth
locks. Eric can't have bagels and locks in the middle of our Keith Lee reviews. He must. He must. Eric, what's that?
Marcus,
no,
Marcus, you know what my fifth labor would be? I can't hate on anything. I can't hate. Just
You can only praise AEW. You can only say good things about AEW.
Do you know what my fifth flavor would be for Eric? He has to watch AEW for 24 hours locked in a room. The door will automatically unlock once the 24 hours have passed, and he has to enjoy every minute of it. No food either. Only water.
you can't enjoy it, man. It's no guarantee about enjoyment.
And you must watch it with Juventud Guerrero.
Why I gotta watch it with Juventud Guerrero?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe we got somebody in your path. James Smith? Your arch nemesis. You must watch it with him from 30 years ago.
Who the hell is James Smith?
Is it James Smith your guy?
No.
James or whatever his name is. Your arch nemesis.
Oh, no, his arch nemesis is Ray J, isn't it?
Fuck Ray J, too.
Watch it with Ray J. You gotta watch it with Ray J. You gotta watch it with your own enemies.
You know, two people might go into that room, but only one person might make it out. I'm not gonna say who gonna be.
I'm sure it'll be streamed on somebody's Instagram.
Go break those glasses, man. Stay
On that note,
impenetrable.
guys, have a good SummerSlam weekend. Peace.
Woo.